Oh, it's your intro.
I thought it was your turn.
Nope, even numbers are you. Odd numbers are me.
Forgot what episode we were on. Anyway, hello and welcome to... I don't remember the intro. Fuck. I just did my old fucking intro. I'm fucking sorry. Hold on.
Welcome to Megazord Radio. It's the show where we talk about episodes of Power Rangers.
I forgot it was my turn.
You dummy. You silly little person.
I would have looked over it had I remembered it was my turn.
You silly little... Okay. Immediately, I need you to settle an argument for me.
Okay, what is this
This
argument?
might not be the right platform for that, but I don't want to forget to ask you this.
Okay.
I don't remember if you were there for this conversation. I believe it was on the issue crew. I don't think it was last issue crew, though, so I don't think you were there.
I don't think I was there.
Do you think that it's offensive, or are you okay with, for a non-binary person, using the word they as a substitute for where guy would go on a male? To instead of this guy, say this they. Is that offensive?
No, it would be this them, but that aside, no.
Well, would it be that? Because does that really fit either? Because like guy is its own term. It's not he or him. It's guy, or gal would be the opposite of that on the female spectrum.
Technically, it would be this person, but
This person, but is to say this they instead directly offensive? You think?
it's not offensive by any means. But it's not.
Okay, because that's
It's not grammatically correct either.
That's Demigloom says it's offensive. So I wanted to see what you as a non-binary individual thought.
Also,
of it.
speaking of, I know I fucked up the last time that we were recording something and it came to a topic about Demigloom, but I got misgendered that entire podcast.
I don't think a lot of people even like knew, or at least
I know that part, but like still, I find it really funny.
I also just kind of
forgot.
Here's the thing, right?
You autopiloted. It's cool. I'm not mad. I just think it's funny.
I know you're not like all the way out. I know you're all the way out on the internet, but like I also know you're not out in real life. And yeah. I have war conditioned myself to not accidentally correctly gender a person who is in the closet around people who are not out to. So that's why. Like the fact that I know that you're not fully out like creates this block in my brain that just makes me default to him out of safety.
Yeah, that's fair. And this, okay. I could not figure out how to put that into words. And that's what fucked me up the other day when we were recording that fuck, what was it?
Issue crew.
No, the death stream.
Oh.
That's what fucked up my brain, as I'm like, wait.
Hold on, I'll be off mic for like 5 seconds.
Cheeseburgers.
My phone needs to be plugged in if I was going to use it to turn off the podcast once we were done. So.
Can I not stop it?
Oh, yeah, you can stop it, you're right, but my phone needs to be charged nonetheless.
Well, yeah, your phone needs to be charged nonetheless, but like, can I not stop it? That was my thought.
But
like, you see why my brain fucked up, right?
Yeah, I got you.
And I couldn't figure out how to put that into the words when Random Candor was fucking obliterating with accusations.
Random Candor. I'm glad you got to meet Random Candor in your first issue crew official appearance as a host, because Random Candor is a great guy.
I believe that he is, but like not the best.
See what he was doing? Because I thought it was really funny.
Oh no, it was. It was just
that was the thing. He was just doing that because it was funny and it was amazing.
It was.
That's why I assumed it would be
just like
impression that he made because you would be impressed.
No. Like I realized that after we were done.
Okay.
I realized after we were done. I'm like, oh wait, this man was joking the entire time.
You thought he was serious when we were doing it.
I thought he was 100% serious while we were doing it. And I was like so confused. Just so confused with it.
Yeah, the allegations.
The allegations are so fucking confusing. Especially since I tried to handle
for
it.
those who don't know, by the way, it's been like a month. So since we've last been here, Crow Royalty has officially become a member of my other podcast, The Issue Crew. And before that happened, Crow Royalty
like
thought
the day before, by the way.
Crow Royalty thought that Demigloom, a member of The Issue Crew, who is a trans woman who transitioned from male to female, Crow Royalty believed that she was a trans man who had transitioned from female to male. And
my brain is bad with gender.
So that was the whole confusion. There was like a big hubbubaloo about it. You apologized for it about 17 times live on the podcast.
I also apologized for it before the podcast, right after I said it, and then Random Andor had me really confused.
That was part of why we like worked it, because you apologized way more than you needed to.
I know, but still,
it did not even need to come up on the podcast at all, because you would already apologize to her privately. But then you apologized to her like 4 different times on the podcast.
No, I had apologized before we started the podcast, and then Random was like, wait, I'm going to use this.
We had to address the elephant in the room, the allegations.
He brought it up, like, actually while we were recording, and I just got really scared. I don't know why. It just terrified me. Random Candor is amazing, but he had me terrified. Anyway.
Folks, today's a little Freaky Friday situation going on here. And not just because one of the plots of the Power Rangers episodes we're talking about today is literally the body swap thing, like Freaky Friday. It's also, hey, it's on theme! See?
Yeah, I know.
Why did I didn't even realize when I said it. Oh my god. Were you 8D chess like this the whole time?
Yes.
Holy shit. Okay, folks, well, today is this is the body swap episode of Megazord Radio. That's a common trope in Power Rangers, is the body swap episode, and this is the first of its kind. So here today on Megazord Radio, we haven't quite done a body swap, but we've done a role swap. I did still take all the notes as I usually do, but I don't have them in front of me. Partly because of this bit that Crow has, and partly because my iPad didn't charge all night. So Crow Royalty has the notes that I wrote, and is now going to give them to you as I usually would. And I get to be the guy who makes quips on the side, which...
this might work better, actually.
You know, it just might.
Also, Riely, do you have the wiki pages for both episodes pulled up, like, how you're supposed to?
You didn't tell me I had to do that. You said you also were going to do that too.
That was the point. I have them up. It was a fucking
because I guess you said we were going to switch roles, but like basically we were kind of sharing the business before, but it was mostly me doing the business.
Yeah.
The swap, we just go all in. You're doing all the business. I'm doing all
I'm doing all the business. He's doing all the funnies.
All the funnies. Yeah.
All the funnies. Okay, so before we get to the body swap episode in proper, we have to go through the Dark Warrior. Episode 15 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, written by Ronnie Sperling, Jeff Deckman, and Mark Hoffmeyer. Directed by Terrence H. Winkless.
The Wink!
It originally aired on September 28th of 1993, then again on August 21st of 2010.
The show is... I have to make the Morphin Grid references every time. This podcast is the equivalent to, like, Morphin Grid self-insert fan fiction. Like, I only do this because I like Morphin Grid so much that I want to do it too, basically. But there are also a million other podcasts that do it, so it's not like it's directly a ripoff, because this market has existed for years. But just to be clear, if there's any mutual listeners out there with the Morphin Grid, I hope there are. I see you, because the Morphin Grid is one of the best podcasts to ever exist.
God,
I didn't want anybody to just call me a Morphin Grid ripoff because I said the wink and did not elaborate and credit the Morphin Grid for that being their joke and not mine.
Well, the wink doesn't make it past Zio, so no wonder I didn't know who he is. Oh my god, I know what episode he writes. I watched this by myself one day. I recognize this man and I love this man.
All right, well, tell
Anyway,
us what's going on.
Let's get to the notes. We start in a lab. An old man has a bunch of beakers with stuff in them, and he's doing some science. Apparently, he's working on an invisibility formula, and he's just finished it. He accidentally pours some on his plants, and it disappears. On his plant, sorry. He wonders where it is, then he touches it and laughs.
The magical disappearing cactus, which is weird. The weird thing is that the plant is a cactus, but they don't acknowledge that. You'd think the thing would be he makes it disappear, and then he pokes and he goes, ow. But he doesn't. He's just like, oh, there's the plant. So why was it a cactus?
I thought he poked the, vase that the plant was in.
That might be true, but again, it just makes me wonder why it's not just like a flower. Because
Probably
if it's a cactus, the obvious bit is that he pokes the cactus and he pricks his finger.
Probably because they just had a cactus prop laying around and didn't.
Yeah, maybe they just had one. Yeah, that's fair. That could be true.
Cut to the juice bar. Jason is teaching a karate class. Trina's there too, but she isn't in a gi, and she eventually breaks off. So I guess she's
just like play fighting with the karate class.
I realized mid joke that was one of the jokes that you were.
You aren't supposed to reference the fact that that's a thing we have going on.
I know, but I realized the mid thing, and it was like, you know what? No, Riely.
Now that we said it, so just in case people are curious, I'll just give them the inside baseball of the fact that I have instructed Crow Royalty to, if he reads a line that he perceives might be a joke that I want to tell, to signal me with code words so that I could try to remember the joke and tell it.
I don't think you would have remembered this one if I hadn't stopped mid-sentence.
No, I would. You would have said it, and I would have been like, "Oh, that was a joke I made, but that's okay." Like that's a joke I would have been fine with you having. But
I know, but I just read it.
Keep trying, buddy. Now that everybody knows the bit, we'll just keep doing it anyway.
Bulk is playing an arcade game. Skull is watching. Trina sits down at the bar with Billy. Billy is watching the class and wishes he was as good as Jason. Ernie asks Billy if he could take some bottles to the recycling bin. He goes to do so. Bulk runs out of quarters. He's not happy about that.
He's not a happy camper.
He's not a happy camper.
He wants to get the high score. This can't stand. Something has to happen.
Yeah, he's gonna rob Billy of his coins.
Nah, Bulk would never do that, right? Never.
I'm not sure if he'd rob Billy or try and just rob Ernie. If he tried to rob Ernie, that would be like...
You can't rob Ernie. Ernie would destroy them. He knows Ernie has authority over them. They understand adult authority. They would not... They fuck with adults, but they would not do that. They would not try to rob an adult because they know they're fucked. But Billy, they can rob.
Well, Ernie most definitely has a shotgun underneath his fucking juice bar, and you can't tell me otherwise.
He needs one. I think he's got 2 shotguns, and shotgun is the name that he gave to his bicep. he'll beat the shit out of you.
No. I was meaning okay, so you know how it's like a trope in media for when people are getting robbed, the fucking store owner's just gonna pull out a shotgun and point it at them.
I'm aware of this trope.
Ernie's just got 2 of them and just points both of them at the same time.
There'd be some rough recoil on that. I don't know how Ernie would turn out.
There would, but Ernie is the Terminator of Power Rangers. He can handle it. Anyway. Bulk approaches Billy, calling him Geekhead. What?
He did call him Geekhead.
It's the dumbest comment. And then tells him to give him a quarter. Billy says he doesn't have any or have any to spare right now. They proceed to pick him up, take out all of his quarters, and then throw him in the recycling bin.
They pick him up, they turn him upside down, shake the quarters from him, just like they don't reach their hands into his pockets and pull out the quarters. They turn him upside down and shake all of the quarters out of him, and then throw him into a recycling bin.
Yeah, they were done with him.
Yeah.
Don't throw him in the trash can. He's not trash. He's recyclable.
Exactly. Environmentally friendly. Vulcan Skull.
Yeah. They laugh about bullying. Wait, they laugh about a bullying job well done as Trini approaches them. Trini picks up the money, and when Bulk and Skull go to do the same before they notice, they go for it at the same time and bump their heads into each other. I thought she stepped away so they did that.
I don't think so. I think they just naturally fucked that up. That was a homegrown Bulk and Skull blunder. No external silliness needed.
Fair enough. They stumble away, and Trini helps Billy out of the recycling bin. She asks if he's okay. He laments about always getting picked on. Trini tries to cheer him up by telling him that her Uncle Howard, who is a famous scientist, is coming to visit. Billy says that even scientific achievements is not much to comfort him right now, which means things are really bad, y'all.
Yeah, it's real bad.
Oh my god. Billy gets closer to the karate class, observes Jason a bit more, then decides he's going to re-enroll in Jason's karate class. Cut to old science man. I wonder what his name might be.
What could it be?
What could it be? I don't know. He's put his invisibility formula into a container, and he exits the lab with it. Cut to Rita. She's got a plan. She starts calling out for Finster and looking for him. She finds him and tells him she needs a monster that's... I swear I read that word wrong.
It
says invincible.
Notes, so.
It says
invincible.
Invincible.
Does it? Yeah, that's probably invisible.
I read it as invisible. I read it as that's invisible and clever. And then I'm like, wait, that's not right. Invincible.
Oh, he is invincible. Okay.
Yeah, he's invincible. He's not invisible. He's invincible.
He's a monster that's invincible and clever. I got confused too because there's so many. I actually remember accidentally typing at some point in the script
Invisible.
No, the other one.
Invincible.
I remember accidentally writing invincible instead of invisible. I think I corrected it, but I was like, maybe I didn't correct it. So I thought maybe it actually was invisible when you were saying this, but no, it is invincible. The monster
no, it's invincible.
Invincible and clever.
Invincible is the guy from the show.
You see, that's what they call extremely low effort cringe reference comedy. Something that I really want to try to get you away from.
That was the point of that joke, though.
Like on the issue crew where you made a reference to Dick Masterson and I tried to get you to move on because it was completely pointless. And you 3 times tried to clarify whether I remembered the thing you were referencing.
Yeah, no, because you stumbled on it and then told me after you recognized it and then told me to move on because nobody else got it. Then I'm like, Riely gets it. And then you finally got it. It took you 30 seconds to get that joke.
When you make references, there has to be something to them.
There was something to them.
Do you remember that?
Not to this one. But to the other one. This one was just out of my ass. Anyway. Finster says he'll combine the speed of a panther, the wisdom of the ages, and the strength of 10 angry Octavian slime toads.
I guess them slime toads are real mad.
I want to know. Okay, so we've all heard the term the wisdom of the ages. What the fuck does that actually mean?
I assume that means all of the wisdom of all of time.
That sounds dumb. That sounds really dumb.
Considering the Dark Warrior I don't think is that smart. Spoiler alert. I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't
yeah,
know. Also, spoiler alert: the monster in the episode "The Dark Warrior" is called the Dark Warrior. Guys, are you?
yeah. Spoiler alert. Okay, so Rita asked him
I
what he
actually,
rated.
I just wanted to say real quick. I actually always got this episode mixed up with "Happy Birthday, Zach," just because in my mind I had seen the episode "The Dark Warrior," and in my mind I'm like, "There's no way they just named the episode after the monster." So I always thought that the Dark Warrior was the Nasty Night episode, and that they were just referring to the Nasty Night as the Dark Warrior.
Hey Riley, want to know something really funny?
What?
So I was looking up Mighty Morphin Power Rangers episode 15 and accidentally opened up the Zoo Ranger wiki. Want to know what
Uh-oh.
episode is? Want to know what episode is episode 15?
Holy shit, is it the Nasty Night episode? Is it Door Night?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my god.
So you saying that? It's absolutely fucking hilarious. Okay, I already said that one. Rita asks, I already said that one. Out of the machine pops a monster who. Wait, did I say that one?
No, you didn't.
Okay, out of the machine pops a monster who's a little bit too similar to Natty Knight.
Exactly. See?
Trent, stop calling me. I'm trying to record. I told you this.
Go the fuck away, Trent. Fuck off.
Dude just called me.
We're busy here, Trent. Trent doesn't listen
Now
to
he
this
thinks
show.
I'm mad at him. I'm recording. He fuck off. Now I lost the tab with the doc on it.
No.
God damn it. I found it. I found it. Can people stop fucking DMing me?
Just ignore it.
I'm trying to. But when my phone starts ringing because Trent is calling me, I really can't. Because it fucks up my audio.
That is true. You did cut out when that happened.
Okay, and is also wearing a tie. Is he wearing
Dark
a tie?
Warrior was wearing a tie, yes.
Holy fuck, I didn't notice that.
I don't know why. I don't know what possessed the monster designers for Kyoryu Sentai Ranger to give the Dark Warrior a tie, or fucking Dora Warrior or whatever he's called, a tie. The world may never know.
I want to know.
Unless he is a tie-based monster in the Sentai.
I don't think he's based on a tie. I think he's based on a businessman.
You see? That makes sense.
That actually does make sense if he's based off of like a Japanese businessman. Cut back to the juice bar. Science Man is there with his formula looking around. Jason dismisses his class, tells them to practice and be ready for their test later today. Billy was into this class. Kim and Trini tell him how great he was. Zach falls in with the group as well. That's the first time we see Zach this episode. I wonder how important he's going to be to the plot.
I don't think very.
I don't think very either. Hell, I don't even think Kimberly's that important this episode. And it's kind
Wait, did I say I wonder how important he's going to be to the plot, or did you say that?
No, I said that.
Okay, I was like, I don't remember writing that.
I said that.
Okay.
Same thing for Kim. I don't think she's going to be very important to this plot.
No.
Franny is excited for her friends to meet her Uncle Howard, the famous scientist. I love the fact that you didn't put in the other part of him. Yes, that's amazing. This man has depth, guys.
Layers.
Layers, like
an onion, or a cake, or an ogre.
Damn it. You motherfucker, you stole my joke.
I'm the joke guy today, get fucked.
You stole my fucking joke.
They call me the joke stealer.
God damn it. He has a new formula. It almost sounds like another guy we know. Riely? Riely?
Yeah?
Oh, wait. Never mind. I read this weird.
You read it weird and you thought it was some sort of joke, when in reality it's just like a statement?
No, I read it as... Okay, I read it as like a comment about the guy that walked into the juice bar.
Yeah. But it's
but
not?
not in context with the fact that it's a comment from Trini.
Okay. Just read the note.
Yeah. Jason says he's also a famous martial artist. Kim asks how he knew that. Jason says that he's a living legend. So this man is Jackie Chan.
Yep, he's Jackie
Or
Chan, but
Bruce
also
Lee.
science.
Jackie Chan, but also science would be fucking sick. That would make it an amazing movie.
I would watch Scientist Jackie Chan movie.
Same. You want to know what's really funny about that comment?
What?
I was deadass debating on doing a movie review over a Jackie Chan movie earlier.
I've actually been thinking about recently. I heard a podcast where they talked about Jackie Chan, and I was like, I've actually never seen a Jackie Chan movie, and maybe I should change that about myself.
If you watch it, we're doing it on my show.
The only Jackie Chan content I've ever seen is Jackie Chan Adventures.
Well, I've seen like 2 Jackie Chan movies. I don't remember much about them, but I was also debating on James Bond. You Only Live Twice.
I've also never seen a Bond movie.
You need to change that.
Yeah, maybe.
Have you also never seen Austin Powers?
Nope.
Alright, we're doing spy movie marathon on my show next. Every episode is going to be spy movie themed.
I'm not doing Austin Powers with you when I do a movie review podcast with Mo Diggity. I think he would kill me.
I was going to get Mo Diggity on for it as well.
No, I hate that you have your little show now and you're trying to get all the good movies.
I'm not getting all of the good movies. I'm getting the
You were starting your
movies.
podcast and I was encouraging you, yeah, it'll be great. And I was doing that because you said you were going to review a bunch of books. And then you come in and you're like, I'm going to review all these good movies now. And it's
I'm still going to do James Bond, You Only Live Twice, and probably do the Austin Powers.
Now you're a fucking Issue Crew member, and I'm sure you're going to be on Issue Crew movie reviews all the time. And yet you're going to have your own little side agenda where you're like, what if these good movies are on my show instead?
I mean, there's still episodes you're probably not going to want me on.
You are okay, yeah, with the exception of if I do more Descendants or if I do Ghibli Fam. I'm going
to be on an episode of Ghibli Fam.
On an episode of Ghibli Fam, yes, for sure.
There's one episode I'm definitely being on.
But beyond that, I think the goal really is just for those sideshows to just be relegated to, we just skip a week if they come up. I hope that eventually we'll wear down Mo Diggity into making our take turns pick a movie engagement weekly instead of bi-weekly. And at that point, I would probably just add you to that rotation. But the way it works right now is, and I feel like it's a good way for it to work, is that it's 1 week, it's the trio, me, Kathy, and Mo, and then 1 week it's a mix-up, which a lot of times tends to just be you, but sometimes it's other shit.
Sometimes it's me and Kathy.
Sometimes it's you and Kathy, and sometimes it's something weird, entirely different. But because
also, I have an offer for you.
I
will give you all of the James Bond movies plus Austin Powers to do by yourself on your show if I can do only on mine.
I mean, do I have to be there for Oni?
I would prefer that, but not necessarily.
If you're
because you did already agree to watch Oni once.
I did agree to watch Oni once, but
and it hasn't occurred yet.
It hasn't occurred yet, but I want it to happen on my show if I'm going to watch it. But if you're freeing me from having to watch it, then
I will give you the definitely do that on your show. I'll give you the option to not have to watch it, but I would still prefer you to watch it. Because if I do it on my show, I can do it like special by special breakdown, basically. Since it's like 3 episodes, I can do like each section by itself.
Anyway, Power Rangers relevance.
Power Rangers relevance and not movie review talk. Read that. Billy is impressed to hear that he's a karate scientist and says it's good inspiration. Billy, you are the karate scientist.
He is the karate scientist, it's true. He's not very karate though yet.
Not yet, but give it.
Eventually he will karate
Give
good.
it like half a season. Give it like half a season and he turns into like fucking karate scientist.
I think it's just season 2. They just like are like, it takes too much effort to hide that Billy is a Chad, so we're just not going to do that anymore.
It's season 2 or season 3 because Billy is a fucking phenomenal fighter in season 3.
Because season 2. Well, season 3 you never really see them fight without ninja enhancements. But in
still,
season 2 he kicks ass.
But
they can all fight as Power Rangers.
I know that, but like Billy's still like slightly worse than everybody else when it comes down to it. You got to admit that much. At least during the first season.
Maybe.
And
I guess that was probably just like a side effect of Dan.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was just a side effect of Dan. Because Dan is like the only one who had to use that fucking superpower. Or whatever it was. Also, wait, why does that never show up again?
Who knows?
You know which like superpower I'm talking about, right? Where
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Like, why does that never show up again? That would have been fucking sick for Jason to use that.
Jason doesn't need it.
Jason doesn't need it, but it would have been sick. Anyway, so Jack says that's proof. I don't know why I couldn't say that. He shouldn't give up and suggests that maybe Howard can give him some extra help. Trini is excited by that idea and says he'd be a perfect tutor. Fuck. Science Man is still looking around the juice bar. He put down his formula. Ernie finds it and wonders what it is. He figures it must be his, since he just says, wipes the glass and takes it to the back with him. Science Man sees Trini and says her name. Trini spots him and exclaims, Uncle Howard! I can't do voices. I can't do voices. Uncle Howard! Science Man was Trini's uncle all along. Who knew? Yeah, Riely, I wonder who knew.
Yeah.
I wonder.
Who could have known?
Who could have known? Because I definitely didn't. Trini hugs her uncle and shows off her friends. Kim greets him. She grabs Billy, introduces him, and says she told him he might be able to teach him some karate. Does no one else say anything during this interaction?
I don't really think so.
Because I know Jason and Zach were there.
They might say offhanded things, but like sometimes I don't write literally everything down.
I know, but
completely irrelevant.
I know, it just feels weird that Kim's the only one that actually greets him.
Yeah, I don't know if Jason and Zach really have a greeting with him.
Yeah, that's the main thing I was bringing up.
I don't remember anything. I think they literally don't say anything.
That feels weird, but okay.
Which is weird because you think Jason would be like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, that's what I was like. That's what I was thinking. Was like, does Jason just not acknowledge that the person that he said was a living legend shows up? Billy bows and says it's a pleasure to meet him, and he actually calls him karate scientist. By the way,
yeah, he does. He says karate scientist.
Nice to meet you, karate scientist.
Which I feel like it might actually be kind of offensive to somebody of that caliber to just call them karate scientists.
I'd call them scientist karate man.
If you met a man who was like both an accredited scientist and like a master of martial arts, you would call that man by his name. And I think just to call him karate scientist might offend him.
Maybe. Wait, doesn't it say somewhere that this man won a Nobel Prize or something?
He's big science. He's big good science.
Yeah, he is. Because like I remember like one of the like weirdest comments saying that this man won some kind of award somewhere. I don't remember what it was. Howard agrees, refers to Billy as Billy-san. Oh no.
Yes, Billy-san.
Yes, Billy-san. No.
We shall learn.
We shall learn together. It says that his martial arts training will train his body and his mind. Did Jason not have told him that?
No, it was Howard.
No. What I mean is, could Jason not have informed Billy that there is like an aspect to like all martial arts, that there is a mental effort being put in as well as the physical?
I mean, I think Billy understood that. He's too smart to have not understood that. It's just when the way that Uncle Howard frames everything in a more scientific manner is easier for Billy to relate to and act upon than Jason being like, "Yeah, man, it makes you smart too, bro."
That sounds like Vulcan Skull's excuse for being in Jason's class. Anyway, so
That Jason is like, the funny thing is, like, he's, because later there will be an imitation voice actor, and it's obvious and it's bad because, like, it's so unique that you can never get it 100%. But it's very easy to get close to Jason because it's kind of just like the way that he talks is always like this kind of yell where it's like, "All right, Power Rangers, let's do it."
it's always some kind of yell, yes.
Or he's just like, "Yeah, bro, karate."
Jason and Zach are secretly a gay couple. Anyway, Billy's excited. Howard says that there are some other things he'd like to teach him as well, and they walk away. Jason says to the others with a smile he thinks he's in good hands. Cut to Rita. The new monster is called Dark Warrior. Dun dun dun!
Roll credits.
Roll credits.
He's
And he is instructed to keep an eye on Lunk and Babu. Wait. Oh, Lunk, Babu, and Goldar. Sorry. Then go with them to steal the invisibility formula. He's going to steal the Krabby Patty secret formula.
He's stealing the secret formula. Oh my god!
He's stealing the secret formula. Mr. Krabs, get him!
The dark plankton.
The dark
Crabs. I can't do a plankton.
You'll never get the Krabby Patty secret formula. I don't know what that was.
I'll get it, Crabs.
They all head off to do so. Cut to Howard's lab. The monsters all enter. Goldar finds a bottle, figures it's the formula, and asks Lunk to test it if it's the right one. This scene was fucking hilarious. Lunk drinks some. Babu would also like some. He drinks some too. They don't feel very good after that.
They're a little sicky.
It would have been. You want to know what would have been really funny?
What?
If we just never see Lunk and Babu again after this.
We just cut to the next scene, and this is the final appearance of Lunk and Babu.
Exactly. They just never appear again. Just drink fucking poison. You want to know what? See, part of me like legitimately thought that we just wouldn't see them again for a while, like they drank bleach or something. But no, we see them again. Don't worry, guys. Lunk is still alive, I think.
Maybe.
Goldar scolds them, says he told them to check it, not drink it.
True.
Back at the palace, Rita is scolding her henchmen, specifically citing that she has specifically told them not to drink bottles without labels.
It's a very specific thing that Rita has apparently had to deal with before with Lunk and Babu.
I swear, I think Lunk and Babu have actually drank bleach from this before.
But they weren't on Earth really until...
Bleach is not an Earth-only thing, though.
They drank an unlabeled bottle of coaxilon poison on Xerxes 9 once.
Yeah, and that's basically just bleach.
Yeah.
She smacks them with her wand. The Dark Warrior says the formula wasn't there, Mr. Krabs.
I couldn't find... I can't do a plankton. The Krabby Patty secret formula. That wasn't bad.
That wasn't that bad. But like every time I read the word formula, that's just one fucking typo. It's just like, okay, Mr. Krabs.
You see, I assume our episode title is going to be some stupid joke we make about the body swap.
I
But
assume
the the making a reference to the Dark Warrior being Plankton is tempting, though.
that would be great. Just call it Dark Plankton.
The Dark Plankton.
The Dark Plankton. The Dark Plankton assumes that Howard took it with him and asks for putties to be sent to capture him. Cut to some woods somewhere. Billy and Mr. Krabs are there to train. Billy does something. Mr. Krabs says he did it good.
Wait, you're calling Howard Mr. Krabs now? Oh my god.
Yeah. I said it like 4 times and you didn't catch on.
You started saying Mr. Krabs, and I'm like, I know Dark Warrior is Plankton. Who's Mr. Krabs? It's like, oh, it's Howard.
It's Howard. And Billy is SpongeBob.
If you call okay. I don't mind you calling Dark Warrior Dark Plankton. It kind of annoys me that you're calling Howard Mr. Krabs. I will kill you if you call Billy SpongeBob.
I'm only gonna say it once, probably. Billy does something. Mr. Krabs says he did it good and that he's beginning to understand. Mr. Krabs does a move. Billy mimics it.
Okay, I lied. Stop saying Mr. Krabs.
No, Mr. Krabs. The putties appear, and SpongeBob is only mildly distraught. His reaction probably could have been used. Or could have used.
That was not the right place to put SpongeBob.
No, it wasn't. But I thought it was the right place, and my brain fucked up.
Yeah, no, but Billy was very slightly perturbed by the presence of these putties.
Yeah, I was trying to do it in the middle of the fight, and then I fucking forgot they don't just jump straight into that.
You see, if I were in your shoes, that would have been a moment that you signaled me for a joke. But to be fair, I probably wouldn't have figured it out. So watch.
Yeah, fair. The putties attack. The putties attack Howard, but he fights back with his epic karate skills. Okay, Sandy Cheeks.
Karate.
Karate. This is just the SpongeBob episode of Power Rangers. Billy is doing okay, but not as well as Mr. Krabs. That is until the putties all work together to pick Mr. Krabs up, and they start to take him away.
Okay. Just hearing the name Mr. Krabs so many times in sequence, it irks me. I understand the reference you're making. Can we start calling him Eugene? That's more subtle.
You said that with me in the middle of taking a sip of my drink. God damn it, Riely. God damn it. You can choke on my drink. Wait, that would just mean me calling him Skull.
True, he's Eugene Skulovich.
Yeah, he's Eugene Skulovich now. Eugene calls out to SpongeBob to remember what he learned, or what he has learned before he's teleported away by the putties.
That would have been the right place for it if you hadn't fucked up the delivery.
Yeah,
you're done on the SpongeBobs.
I'm done on the SpongeBobs.
You've gone through your SpongeBobs.
I've gone through my SpongeBobs, yeah. I could have just called Billy Bob.
No, just keep going. No more.
Billy's not happy. Cut to the cave where Mr. Krabs is being strapped to many explosives. Just a whole lot of explosives.
So fucking many. Just like unreasonable amounts of explosives. There's no universe in which this amount of explosives is required for anything. Even assuming the explosives there to blow up the whole cave, it would not take that many explosives to blow up the whole cave. It would take a third of the amount of explosives they tie this man to blow up that entire cave.
But it would take about
ridiculous.
Yep. The Dark Plankton is demanding his secret formula.
Yep.
Mr. Krabs doesn't know where he left it.
Where's the secret formula, Eugene?
Where's the secret formula, Eugene?
Crabs.
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 Oh my god. This joke is so bad, but so
It's really stupid,
funny.
but it's also very funny. You see,
Oh
the
my
thing is,
God.
the stupid humor, like the higher echelons of stupid humor I love. You seem to love even the lower echelons, so like there are moments where you're making a stupid silly joke and I'm completely rejecting it because it's dumb. But then there are the ones like this. Where it's like it is completely stupid, but it is also very funny.
Oh god, my brain is just like autocorrecting every time this man's name comes up now. Oh my god, okay, hold on.
Now I'm tempted to just call this episode "Crabs!" Exclamation point, all caps.
Yes.
Crabs. You should be writing down potential titles, by the way, because I can't right now.
I know.
So right now we have the Dark Plankton and Crabs. Just keep writing down more as we go along.
Okay. Plankton suggests he may have given the formula to his niece Trini. Crabs tells him Trini out of this. Plankton says that the crabs in the cave therein will explode in an hour if he doesn't give up the funeral.
Did I write funeral instead of formula?
Yeah, you wrote funeral.
That's really funny. Also, again, the subtlety with the names. You gotta say, you can't just say Plankton. You have to say Dark Plankton. You have to call it.
You have to say Dark Plankton.
Eugene.
But
Dark Plankton and Eugene.
Dark Plankton and Eugene. Oh. Eugene hits him with the classic, "You won't get away with this." Oh
I already have. Are
you high?
Yes.
That explains why this is so funny. The Dark Plankton says, we'll see, old man, 1 hour. And we cut away. We cut back in, though, where Dark Plankton is demanding that Eugene stop struggling and talk. Eugene wonders to himself out loud where he left the formula. Where's the secret formula, Krabs?
Crabs. Crabs.
God damn it. Hey, here's a really bad drinking game idea, everybody. Every time Riely and I say crabs, you have to take a shot.
You will.
Don't do that.
I will not be legally liable for the results of that.
I will not be liable for that either. But this is why I'm saying don't do that. This is a stupid drinking game.
Megazord Radio brand is not encouraging this behavior.
We're not encouraging this game. You can probably say it every time, or you can probably do it every time we say SpongeBob.
Now, you see, they're already 4 shots in, and I'm sure, even though I've told you not to, you'll make at least 3 more. So
it's 7 shots. That's not bad.
Yeah, I guess that's not bad.
That's not that bad. Heck, I can do that on a regular basis. Okay. Okay, I already said that one. The Dark Plankton tells him to stop babbling and tells him what, and tell him what he knows.
Yeah.
You wrote that wrong, and I was trying to fix it, and I kept fucking up fixing it.
Oop.
We cut to the juice bar. What's Krabs' daughter's name?
Pearl?
Pearl and Jason are doing some martial arts practice.
No. This is too deep. No more.
It is too deep. That's why I was saying it once.
I only would have accepted that if you had also called Jason Larry.
Oh, I didn't think about that, but that's genius.
Jason is definitely Larry the Lobster.
Jason is definitely Larry the Lobster.
All right, no more SpongeBob metaphors. That's it. We're done.
Kimberly is Sandy.
Okay, well, we can establish that, but we're not going to call her that.
Oh, what is Zach?
Zach is Patrick? Yeah.
Patrick.
Is Squidward Goldar?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, what does that make Rita?
Plank. No, because if
Plankton's...
if Plankton is the Dark Warrior for our joke here, but like if we were to legitimately assign the roles of SpongeBob to Power Rangers characters, Rita would be Plankton.
she would be Plankton. What would that make Lunk and Babu?
Plankton's dumb cousins from that one episode.
No. Babu is Old Man Jenkins.
Old Man Jenkins doesn't work for Plankton.
You can't convince me that he doesn't. This man
That's
has
true.
so many...
I guess I have no evidence against Old Man Jenkins working for Plankton. So
This man has so many different faces. There's no way he's not just some incognito spy for Plankton trying to get the secret formula. Babu is Old Man Jenkins. I'll give you Lunk being Plankton's stupid cousins. I'll give you that. But Babu is Old Man Jenkins.
okay, but
This is such a dumb joke.
Zordon is Mr. Krabs. Although it's weird because he's the one with a computer wife now.
You're right. Wait, that just makes Alfred
Whole thing
Karen.
falls apart. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. We gotta swap it. We gotta do that alternate universe.
Okay, so now Zordon's Plankton.
Yeah, so Zordon's Plankton, Rita is Mr. Krabs.
But then wouldn't all the good guys and bad guys change too? So now, like...
No, because in that alternate universe, all of the good guys, except for Plankton and Krabs, were the same.
Okay, this is getting too stupid in fanfiction. Let's move on.
It is. Bob runs in and tells them about what happened with Krabs. Larry wonders what they'd want with Krabs.
Stop calling them Krabs.
Pearl doesn't know, but is very distressed.
Wait, did I say Crow doesn't know?
What?
What? What did you just say?
Pearl doesn't know and is very distressed.
Oh, you said Pearl again. Stop doing that! Stop! No, I will have none of that anymore. You get Eugene, you get Dark Plankton, that's it.
I've got one more really funny one.
Okay.
Mrs. Puff comes in and delivers some black balloons that were sent for Pearl.
You can't call Ernie Mrs. Puff. He's a man.
But who else fits Ernie?
Uh,
And she can't say Mr. Krabs.
Damn it. I was going to say Mr. Krabs.
You can't say Mr. Krabs because we've already used him twice.
I don't know, and I want to move on. We got to get off of this.
Yes, we do. Excuse me. El
Grosso.
What?
Nothing. Keep going.
Pretty wonders who would have sent them. Suddenly, they pop. What is this? It? That was genuinely the only thought that I had when I saw those black balloons. I'm like, are we watching
What is this
now?
shit? Stephen King's It?
You actually made that funny. What the fuck?
See, I'm good at the zingers. This might be a better arrangement if not for the unfortunate fact that since I wrote the notes, your reading of them is very stale because they didn't come from your mind, so you can't just say them as if you're saying them live like I usually do. Or I try. Sometimes I'm just reading them, but I try to in the scenes where I'm being exciting sound like I'm not just reading them, and I think I'm sometimes successful.
But I think this is still a better arrangement, honestly.
I mean,
the
I
more
feel
that
like
we do this,
if
the
you
better I will
started
be.
taking the notes.
Hey, listen to me real quick, okay?
Okay.
It's because I'm out of practice reading things out loud, for the most part. I don't do that very much anymore. Used to, I was like really good at like portraying shit in this kind of style because I did actively do acting for a little bit and was pretty good at it.
I like dabbled
out
in
of
acting,
place.
but I didn't get to do much of it. Like I took acting for 2 years. I took musical theater 101, and I also took acting 1 and acting 2. And I just never really got to do much with it. Like the most real performance I did as a result of that was not even in any of the acting classes. It was in musical theater 101, and it was a fucking dance number that I did in a play.
Wait,
And
hold on.
it
Were
was a
you as
group
big as
dance
you are
number.
now? Were you as big as you are now? That's my
Oh yeah,
question.
I was still a fat fuck. That's
Fat
fat
fuck shit.
phobic to just laugh about a fat guy dancing on stage. That's what you're doing right now is offensive, co-royalty.
Motherfucker, I laughed at myself doing that.
I know, I'm fucking with you.
I'm not just laughing at you, I'm also laughing at myself. This is why I don't dance.
But yeah, I did some acting stuff. It just never really went anywhere. I wrote a play for acting class that I still have. It was less a play. I don't think it would actually function as a play. I basically just wrote a slasher film. And I used to be proud of it. And then I reread it recently, and it makes me want to stab my own eyes out. Mostly because there's a romance subplot, and I don't. I have some understanding of romance now, but I acknowledge that I don't know enough to say I know anything. I definitely didn't know anything back then. The romance writing makes me want to fucking vomit my internal organs out.
Damn.
Get him out of there.
Damn.
I'm willing to share this, even though it's the most embarrassing shit. I truly want to do like a like radio drama of it. Just like get my friends to voice the characters and like actually do like sound design and shit. Like have like crackling campfires and like fucking like actual sound design to go along with it, and do like a radio drama out of this awful shitty slasher movie script I wrote in acting class.
Okay then.
The killer's weakness was cardboard boxes
What?
because he was a baby, and they put him in a cardboard box and they threw him in the water. So now when he sees cardboard boxes, he gets scared.
Hey Riely, do you know how
That's
much
how
of a
they
song
treat him.
we could play before we get copyright stricken?
We're not playing any songs.
I have one thing that I have to play though.
No, we're not playing any songs. Fuck your bit.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Well, come on.
Explain what you were about to do, and then the listeners can do it themselves and emulate what might have been funny, if not for YouTube guidelines that I do not want to mess with.
I was gonna play "I Don't Dance" from High School Musical too,
Oh my god.
because it was from the other bit, but it was way late because you just kept going.
Yeah, I mean, God, I haven't thought about that script in a while. It's making me cringe just thinking about it.
Okay, let's get back
It's
to
the
the
most
notes.
like complete thing I've ever written, though. I'm still proud of having wrote it. Like I can acknowledge that having wrote that whole thing from beginning to end is an achievement in and of itself.
I feel
But
like
it's
this might be like a 3-hour podcast.
awful. I hope it's not, because I do need to sleep. I do. I've gotten to the point where like I'm falling asleep a lot earlier. It has to do partly with the fact that I accidentally bought super weed, which I didn't realize.
Okay,
So
the reason I say that is because we're already an hour in.
I know. It's gonna be, even if it is, we'll live. But fucking, I bought a weed pen, because I had bought this same brand before, and this was just a different flavor. I thought, so I grabbed it. And I looked at it and said it had THC-PO in it, and I've never heard of that before in my life. And I was talking to Alex earlier because he recorded Detour Ahead earlier, and she Googled it, and apparently THC-PO is just like Delta 8, but like supercharged.
like you do.
It's like overclocked weed.
Hey, Riely.
Yeah.
Your entire body is overclocked weed.
Yeah, I run exclusively on overclocked weed. That's true.
This is basically a formless cast now.
I don't have a substance abuse problem. You do, everybody listening.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. Riely's just ascended.
Listen, at least I'm, out of like the big addictive substances you can think of, weed is objectively the least bad one. Like, they can all kill you, including weed, but weed is the least bad one.
We're
like
not talk about
alcohol, worse effects than weed. Cigarettes, worse effects than weed. And then obviously, like, all the big drugs, worse effects than weed.
We're not going to talk about me.
What do you have?
We're not going to talk about that.
Oh, you're into vaping, which worse than weed.
Shut up. So we're not going to talk about that.
Oh, what? You're embarrassed of being part of the vape nation?
No, I had been intending to send this to my parents.
Oh.
You fucking dick. Now I can't send them this episode.
Why were you going to why would your parents want to listen to this?
I don't know. But
if you're going to send them a podcast, send them a crow's nest. They don't like Power Rangers, do they?
I mean, like, my dad likes the funny things that we get off topic on.
Has he listened to our podcast before?
He's listened to one of them. Yeah, he didn't listen to any of the others.
Somehow it makes me like uncomfortable that your father has heard me like swear with you.
No, it was one of our more chill ones. I think I showed him the Kubo episode where we were both cussing out Kathy right at the beginning.
Oh yeah, we were both cussing out Kathy in that episode.
I think it was that episode that I showed him. And I didn't show him much of it, but he has heard some of it.
Okay, well, I'm not going to remember to cut it out, so don't send him this one.
I'm not going to send him this one. As soon as something gets said, because I know you're not going to remember to cut things out.
For the future, I'm not cutting this one out, but just for the future, if you want me to cut anything out, you can just like put a note in the Craig, and then just like once we're done, be like, yeah, I put this note here because of this. Please cut this, and I will. Unless I strongly disagree with your reasoning, I'll do it.
I mean, you strongly disagreed with Mo's and still cut what Mo wanted cut out.
But that was like...
I still don't get the full story behind that. I'm going to ask Mo about it.
No, I told you I literally told you exactly what he said. And it was just like, he didn't want there to be a bad joke. That we shouldn't be talking about this on air. I mean, I guess it is common fact that occasionally we cut content from our podcast because it's too spicy. But Mo Diggity made a questionable joke and went back on it. Well, slurs we just like the slurs everybody knows about because we just bleep them.
Yeah,
like they know there's a slur there. They just don't hear it.
Kathy, you trying to say slurs on the episode that you passed out on?
Well, she threatened to, but I think she was joking.
I was like strongly discouraging her while that happened.
But anyway, we gotta get back to episode.
We gotta get back because we are over an hour in at this point.
No, I'm making a moratorium. Real names from now on. The SpongeBob thing is too much. It causes too many side tangents.
I'm still referring to them as Plankton, though. Or
no,
that one
full
sticks.
Real names from now on.
Sticks.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with just Plankton, but you have to drop Eugene.
I'll drop the others. I will drop the others. Okay, inside one was a note from Plankton saying that if Trini wants to see her uncle again, she better deliver the secret formula at the park. Zach figures Plankton is a classic Rita monster. Trini is worried about Eugene. Shit.
It's natural at this point. This is like stupid. It's so stupid that I'm like actively coaching you on like your stupid bit names and what degree of them is accepted. This is a fucking absurd podcast. This is ridiculous.
This is absurd, but it's funny.
Absurd, but it's funny. That's our tagline.
Yep.
Put that on the list.
Absurd, but funny.
Absurd, but it's funny. That's another thing too, is like I'm trying to still do what I do, and because because I'm not writing shit down, I have to vocalize it, and it's too much behind the baseball to be like, this is a title, this is a title, this is because usually I just keep it close to the chest. I'm
writing some of them down, but they're not the best.
Well, do better.
Well, most of them you've also said out loud, so
yeah, the ones I've said out loud, just make sure you transcribe them correctly, and then if you think of more, good.
I know, but one of them was fucking Larry and Patrick.
Yeah, that's dumb. But
yeah, that was dumb. But Jason assures Trini they'll find Eugene, and they head off to teleport to the command center. That is such a fucking weird sentence. Before we cut to the command center, we pan over to Ernie, who is looking at the secret formula that he has unknowingly with a quizzical expression. At the command center, the Rangers teleport in. Zordon welcomes them and says he's been expecting them. Trini asks what's going on, says a monster named the Dark Plankton has her uncle. Zordon says that Eugene's secret formula has driven Rita to execute one of her most evil plots ever, and tells the Rangers to look at the viewing globe. Zordon shows off the invisibility formula. We see the cactus bit from earlier. He says that Rita made Dark Plankton to get the formula. And plans to use it to make the Power Rangers disappear forever. And considering that things made invisible with the formula are still physically there, this is a bad plan.
Yeah, because if they're still there, Rita. Invisible, then you just can't see them coming when they kill you.
Hey, Riely, you want to know what I thought it meant?
What?
That she was going to turn her monsters invisible.
If she had said that, that would have made sense, but she said she was going to make the Rangers disappear forever with the invisibility formula.
By turning her monsters invisible and having her monsters kill them.
Okay, whatever. You can get there if you fucking do all this mental gymnastics and give Power Rangers all this benefit of the doubt. But what Rita said, and it was definitely written at face value, I guarantee, was, I'm going to make the Power Rangers disappear with this invisibility formula, because they'll disappear if they're invisible. It's not like they can just kill me because they're still there, but they're invisible or anything.
Fair enough. He also says that the Dark Plankton has Eugene in an abandoned cave and plans to destroy him if he doesn't get the
You're not even trying to get out of Eugene at this point.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Eugene's gonna stick. I'm sorry.
Whatever. Whatever they.
Trimson? Trimson? What?
Trimson?
Trimson. I don't know where that one came from.
Good old Trimson.
Good old Trimson. Trini gives an Oscar-worthy look of fear.
It was pretty It was pretty fucking gnarly.
I know.
that was pretty wild.
Billy consoles her and says they'll save Eugene. Jason says prepare to teleport, and the Rangers head out. The Rangers arrive in front of the cave where putties are waiting. Music that sounds like it belongs in Spider-Man Maximum Carnage for the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis plays as the Power Rangers start to fight them.
Yeah, the music design in this episode in general was very Sega Genesis-y. There's a lot of like grunge, and it was like it almost like had a bit crushing, even though it didn't really. Like
Billy
even though that wasn't what was playing exactly, all I was hearing while this fight was going was like in the fucking Spider-Man game.
Billy actually kicked some ass. Eugene taught him well. Even Billy is shocked. He glances at his fists skeptically.
Yeah, he punches a dude really hard, and he looks at his fists like, "Did I do that?"
Okay, the only thing I have to say about that note is you wrote the word "like" there.
I did. That was part of my. Sometimes I write them out exactly how I would say them naturally, just so I say them exactly that way.
Okay, I was confused on if that was intentional or if you were getting bits from
That was
me.
intent. That was because I was writing it down with the exact phrasing in which I was going to say it, so I added in natural speech mannerisms. You're giving the real behind the baseball of my tism when I write these notes, and I really want to remember something to say, so I write it in a realistic manner, down to putting "like" in there.
I'm just fixing some of the things that you messed up on the next one while you say that. Jason does some fancy moves as per usual, guys. So does Trini. Zach hits him with a little bit of hip hop keto. Very underrated.
Keto.
Hip hop keto. Kim does a handstand attack because she's a gymnastics.
She is a gymnastics. That was on
She's
purpose.
a gymnastics. Fighty. You all get it. There's not much to say. It's just a really good fight, honestly.
It is a very good fight. I will give it that.
I remember this fight more than just about anything else in this episode, not gonna lie. Eventually they win, and immediately Trini is running to find Eugene, and the other Rangers follow. They find him. Trini asks if he's okay. He is. He thanks them and asks how they found him. Billy says they got a message from the Dark Plankton. Eugene asks if he told them about the bomb. Jason says yes, and they have to hurry. Zach asks Billy if he can disconnect it. Billy says he can try. Eugene tells him to use his karate training to focus his mental energy. Billy tenderly approaches and starts to prod.
Why are you reading it so quickly and without feeling? We gotta...
Because I was trying to get to this one bit.
Oh, okay.
Trying to get to this one bit.
I'll let you cook. I'm sorry.
Billy tenderly approaches and starts to prod at the SpongeBob.
You're fired.
You legitimately wrote Bob, but with a comma between O and the second B. So I fixed it.
Going forward, Megazord Radio will be a solo show. If you'd like to be my co-host, you can apply.
No, you cannot. I'm not quitting, and I'm not being fired. Not without 2 weeks' pay.
You want your $0 2 weeks in advance? Sure, buddy. Here you go.
No, I want my 35 cents 3 weeks in advance.
Okay, get Venmo set up, and I'll send you 35 cents. And then you can send it back to me along with $14 so I can go see Barbie and Oppenheimer.
Oh, I forgot I was supposed to send you cash to go see Barbie. My friend needed help buying groceries, so I sent them money earlier.
Fair, it's understandable.
So you might not be getting that Barbie money.
I mean, I'll go see Barbie for my own money. It's just I was not going to see both.
I'll go see Oppenheimer for my own money, and we can pirate the other ones.
No, you can't pirate new movies.
Anyway.
Or any movies. Because you can't do that.
Definitely not, Riely.
Anyway.
As the rest work to untie Eugene, Billy pulls a wire and the bomb is disabled. Everyone celebrates. Eugene wonders out loud where he left his secret formula and starts to walk away. Jason calls Zordon and tells him they saved Eugene.
They saved him.
They saved Eugene, guys. Zordon praises them and tells them to get to the park and beat up Dark Plankton. Now I just imagine them walking up to the park and just stomping down on like a fucking plankton.
Jesus Christ.
Just like Trini says that now that her uncle is safe, they're gonna put the dark plankton's lights out, and Jason calls a morphin time. Yeah, guys, it's morphin time.
It's morphin' time.
It's morphin time.
Alright, guys, it's morphin' time.
The Morph Rangers arrive to face Dark Plankton. He attacks them and is able to gain the upper hand. Kim shoots at him with her power bow, but he deflects the arrow with his sword. Very badass, I might add. He shoots out a little cannon he has in his wrist, which is kind of rad. Yeah, I'll agree it was kind of rad, Riely.
He does have wrist cannons, that is true.
Wrist
It's
guns.
pretty sick.
And knocks all of the Rangers away. Trini jumps in to attack with her Blade Blaster in Blade mode, but she gets her wrist cannoned again. What?
She gets wrist cannoned again.
Oh, she gets wrist cannoned again. Okay, I misread that as she gets her wrist cannoned again. I'm like, what? Anyway, the Dark Plankton demands they surrender and calls them fools. Trini says, no way. We cut to Rita, who decides that she's going to do the dumbest mistake in the books. Again.
Yep.
Just again. And yeah, guys, Rita's an idiot. Who knew?
Who knew?
Who knew? Jason calls for the Zords. Dark Plankton wrist cannons at the Zords, causing sparks and explosions. Now it's Megazord time! I don't know why I did that.
I don't know either.
It's Megazord time. Go on, grab your friends. We're off to very distant lands. Now I'm really fired, I know it.
Yeah.
They actually fire on him in tank mode, and he is knocked away. He returns fire with his wrist cannon.
Wrist cannons, bro.
Now it's man mode time. I don't know where this is coming from. Dark Plankton gets a few good licks in, but Megazord is obviously winning. Then he knocks Dark Plankton's sword away. This is such a funny thing to imagine. Dark Plankton attacks with his chain and sickle weapon, aka a Kusarigama. It's a ninja weapon. This Megazord fight had me really happy.
I knew that was gonna be some nerd shit that you were gonna know exactly what it was. Somehow I knew that was gonna be the case.
Yes, and if you had read this episode, I would have slapped you for not mentioning it because you would have skipped over that. I'm 90% sure, just so I wouldn't have the satisfaction of my TISM knowledge.
Yeah.
The Rangers are rattled, but then Jason calls the Power Sword.
Whoa!
That's the chain. Aw, man, you ruined the best weapon. Then they finish him off with the Power Sword finisher. What does he say for the finisher?
I don't know.
I thought he said something for the finisher.
He just says, "We need the Power Sword," and then he calls the Power Sword. And then
I thought he said something else before they do the finisher. Never mind.
No, there's no move name or anything. It's just like they just go get him, attack. They don't say it's not like fucking. It's gonna be for the fucking last decade of Power Rangers in modern times, where it's like final strike every time. Fucking every move is final strike. The Zords combine.
No, I was meaning like RPM level shit. Because RPM did it well.
I know. I get you.
I was meaning like the middle decade, not the bad decade, and then
Zords combine.
The worst decade.
This is the worst phrase in the human language is Zords combine.
No, it was good for the first singular time it was said.
No.
It was fine.
It was never good.
It wasn't
never good.
No, it was fine in Samurai. It wasn't the most unbearable thing ever. It was still probably the worst way they could have said it, but it wasn't, like, by far the worst one for any number of reasons. It just wasn't very good. Anyway,
You aren't very good, is the truth.
Riely,
Yeah.
how's that super weed treating you?
You know.
Cut to Rita for 1 second abusing her henchman before we cut back to the juice bar.
It truly is just like 1 second of her hitting them with her wand and being like, "You idiots!" and then this is right back to the juice bar.
I'm very glad you put the emoji in between juice and bar in this.
I think that was by accident.
But it's like a really good fucking thing. Because I didn't even read the word juice and I just saw the emoji and was like, oh, juice bar.
It's really funny.
Eugene is sitting at the bar with a smoothie, wondering where his jar may have gone. Billy is working with Jason at his karate class. The rest of the class is impressed by how Billy is keeping up with Jason. Billy gets the jump on him, and Jason says, "That's good!" Then maneuvers so that he has Billy instead of Billy having him, and slyly says, but this is for next class, which I love. What?
I don't
get that
a lot. This is a good.
I don't get that comment.
What do you mean?
I'm confused.
Do you not remember this?
No. That comment specifically.
Billy like gets Jason in like a lock, and then Jason's like, "That's pretty good," and then like Jason flips around so that Jason has Billy in a lock now, and he says, "But this is for next class."
What is? Never mind.
What do you mean? He's like doing a thing where he's like, "That's good," but like, I still, I still got the upper hand.
Oh, okay. My brain's fucking dumb. Okay.
I have no arguments with that statement.
Well, that should be self-explanatory from the thing that happened on the death stream that we did, or whatever.
And now these baseless references that you make now to your own stuff.
No, we already talked about that once this episode. We already talked about it once this episode.
I guess it's a callback then. You're right.
It's not baseless anymore because we talked about this entire interaction earlier. Jason presents Billy with his yellow belts. People clap and celebrate. The other Rangers congratulate their friend. Billy gives us the moral saying, he just needed to prove to himself that he could do it. Eugene smiles and nods. Bulk and Eugene show up.
Don't confuse them like this.
And start to shove around and bully Billy. Zach is about to commit murder.
Zach has pure violence in his eyes as he steps towards Vulcan's skull, and Jason just like grabs me, like, no, it's fine. But like, Zach was ready to fucking kill those dudes.
Murderer Zach would have been a really funny way to end this episode.
It's like even beyond like the murder joke, like it seemed like the way he like went about it, I think he was just kind of, Walter Jones was probably just overacting a little bit, but it truly looked like Zach was ready to just be like, that's it, I'm tired of all this shit, and just like fucking beat the shit out of Vulcan's skull. Just absolutely just lay them out.
Ernie puts the jar next to Eugene at the bar, but he doesn't notice yet. Bulk and Eugene are still pushing Billy around and shit talking.
Stop calling him Eugene, because then there's the other guy who's also Eugene, who's not even actually Eugene. It's a stupid SpongeBob reference. Stop. It's Vulcan's skull. We know this. We're here.
That was kind of the point. That was kind of the joke at this point. Okay, Eugene finds his formula. Eugene comes up to Trini and tells her that he found it. But then he sees what is transpiring with Bulk and Skull. Howard says, those bad boys need to be taught a lesson. And then drinks the secret formula.
He drinks it! Is that safe?
I don't know.
He's fucking drinks it right down!
Probably. He turns invincible.
Invincible,
and then in a great mime performance
not
by Paul
invincible, he's
Schreier and
invisible.
Jason Nardi. He beats Smoking Skull up a little bit. I think you mean he bulk. I think you mean he bulk and skulls them.
What do you mean?
They smack heads a bunch in
Shut
that
up.
little fight
Move
scene.
on. It's over.
Billy tells them to keep their mental energy tight and centered like the nucleus of an atom because he learned science karate earlier. Bulk and Skull run away. Eugene then reappears and everyone laughs and celebrates. That's the end of this episode, guys.
Woo!
Honestly, I feel like the jokes that we've made for the past hour are better than this episode.
I didn't dislike this episode.
I don't dislike it, but it's nah. It's not high up on my list anyway.
Well, we have things to talk about before we rank it. Who is your favorite character?
Eugene.
Really?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh, okay.
It was the Dark Plankton. I'm serious about that one. I'm serious about that one. Yeah, I really like this monster design.
I don't like Dark Warrior.
I like Dark Plankton.
Is this episode called Dark Warrior or The Dark Warrior?
Dark Warrior.
Dark Warrior. Your favorite Dark Warrior character is Dark Warrior. Okay. I'll give it to definitely not Dark Warrior.
I feel like the reasonable answers for this episode are fucking Eugene, Trini, and Billy. And then I just have the unreasonable answer. Because of course I do.
I'm thinking of the merits everybody had this here particular episode. Oh no, I've received a DM from Kathy.
What is Kathy saying?
Things that I'm not going to get into, but just
at least not on the podcast, I wouldn't think.
No, but it's just, oh boy. It's an oh boy Kathy moment. We have those a lot.
That's just all of Kathy.
All of Kathy is defined by oh boy. Anyway, folks. So I'm trying to think of who it is for me. There's a part of me that wants to say Jason.
Why?
But I can't explain that well enough. But there's just something. Jason was just a very supportive friend. He was, he's not the main character. You don't always have to give favorite character to a main character, He wasn't super central, but all the work Jason did do in this episode was very solid. I really liked him being a supportive friend. I really like him completely unquestioningly letting Billy back into his class and giving the presentation of the yellow belt. It was all done very well. I've talked myself into not thinking this is cucked anymore. Ironically, my favorite character was Jason in this episode. Get fucked.
Okay then. Favorite scene.
Maybe I'll just be silly and I'll give it to the shadow fight.
What? Wait.
Or
shadow?
the invisible fight. The Howard beating up Bulk and Skull when he's an invisible man.
Fair enough.
Also, great pantomime acting by Paul Schreier and Jason Nardi, of course. Which you probably said because I did write it down, but I didn't hear you say it. I did say that. I said it again.
I did say that. Okay. My favorite scene, probably that putty fight. That or the Megazord fight, but most likely the putty fight. You know which one I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, probably the putty fight.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay. This is gonna sound dumb. That or the explicit line where Billy calls this man karate scientist. Peak. It's peak. Just that specific line.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's nothing else really about that scene, just that specific line.
Right, now we gotta rank it. I think it's definitely better than Teamwork. It's definitely better than I Guy. Definitely better than Big Sisters. I think it's
Number
better than For Whom the
6.
Bell Trolls.
What's number 6?
Peace, Love, and Woe.
It's better than Peace, Love, and Woe.
I don't think it's better than Peace, Love, and Woe.
I like this episode more than Peace, Love, and Woe, I think.
No, because just after that is No Clowning Around, or just below that is No Clowning Around, which I definitely like more than this one.
Fair.
Next is Day of the Dumpster. I think I'm willing to put this above Day of the Dumpster.
Yeah.
Okay, so new number 8 then, below No Clowning Around, above Day of the Dumpster.
Yep, new number 8.
All right, sounds like a plan. Dark Warrior. And then as I fix these numbers here, tell them about the next one.
And now we are on to Power Rangers, or Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 1, Episode 16, Switching Places. Originally aired on October 4th of 1993 and then re-aired on January 30th of 2010. This episode was written by Shuki Levy and Steve Kramer, directed by Jeff Rayner. So, let's go ahead and get into it while Riely's still doing that.
No, get it. Well, I mean, I'm done doing that. I'm ready. You can get into it. You're reading it, so go ahead.
Yeah. That's why I was like, let's go ahead and get into that while Riely's still doing what he's doing. We start on Lunk sneaking in and giggling in a dark room. He's looking for a power source for Billy's new invention. He finds it and pulls a couple of wires and switches them. Oh, switches them. Sorry, I fucking read that wrong. My brain was like...
You thought I was referring to a non-binary person like we were talking about earlier.
No, I thought that was just like an extra word you added. I'm like, why is them there? And then I realized what you said. He switches the wires. Okay. Lunk says that Billy tests his new device. That when Billy tests his new device, his head will be scrambled like an omelet, which is a bit brutal. Yeah,
a little brutal.
That is a bit
rough.
brutal, Lunk. Lunk also says that the other Rangers will be so busy trying to help him that they won't pay attention to what Rita is doing. He then teleports away. We cut to Rita. Lunk says Rita can send down a monster now. Rita says she will, and it's gonna be the genie. Squat congratulates her on a gray. Riely.
What?
On a gray choice as usual.
You really had to point that out. You couldn't have just...
Yeah.
You didn't have to... I was typing rapidly on my iPad, so I could... I was like trying to be efficient, you know.
I get that. It's just... I'm gonna fix it. Okay, squat. You put squat too. That's also
I put squat?
Yeah.
No way. I fucked that up.
Yeah, you fucker. I fixed that too. And I didn't catch it until after I'd fixed the gray. Because I caught gray and not squat. Okay, Rita calls for Goldar. She tells Goldar to take a look through her telescope and that they will have the opportunity they've been waiting for. Rita yells back, and we cut to Billy's lab. Kim is there with him and asked what his new project is. It's a mind-reading machine. Or, yeah, I'm not reading that. That is dumb. Billy science terms.
Yeah, you know.
I'm not reading the Billy science terms because the Billy science terms are dumb. Yeah.
No, if I wrote them down, you have to... I wrote them down for a reason. If I wrote them down.
A direct thought transfer mechanism. There's nothing funny about that. It's just the DTTM.
It's the DTTM.
It's the DTTM. That's the closest thing to a joke I could think to make out of this. Billy says it's still in the experimental stage, but he's sure it would work. Bulk and Skull are sneaking around nearby, hidden behind the rad bug. Have we still not seen the rad bug yet?
What do you mean?
Wait, no, the rad bug was in an episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot the rad bug was in an episode already.
And its final swan song is coming up.
Yeah, really soon too, and I'm very sad about it. Bulk asks if Skull heard that, but a dog is barking, and Skull thinks that that's what Bulk is referring to. Oh my god. Bulk berates him and tells him that Billy is made of mind meeting device.
Stop.
No, my brain fucking fucked up.
Mind meeting device.
No, not mind meeting, mind memeing.
Ah, okay.
Mind memeing the mice.
Memeing the mice. That's right. That's right.
Bulk is very intrigued. Billy busts out a crazy big machine, saying this device is somewhat imposing. Kim thinks it's God fucking damn it.
I wrote down an exact phrasing that you don't want to say. Do I need to
Yeah.
take over?
No, I'm gonna say it. I do not like
I wrote
words.
down a lot of exact phrases here to, highlight that it's funny that David
I
Yost is
know.
saying the Kimberly things and Kimberly saying that.
We haven't gotten to them switched yet.
We haven't gotten to them switched yet, but kind of the whole episode too, I think a lot of the lines were like very unique and personable, so I wrote down a lot of them.
I know,
verbatim.
it's just I get that, but my thing is I just don't like saying the word more phenomenal like at all.
What's wrong with more phenomenal?
It's dumb.
Listen, most of the time they say it's dumb, but there was that one time Adam said it in Once a Ranger.
Yeah, that's
it was
fine.
Really cool.
That's fine, but this is one of the times that it's really
more phenomenal.
Dumb.
He just delivered it very well.
Yeah,
That's the only cool more phenomenal in history. Is Adam is fucking early 30s Adam in Once a Ranger.
Yeah. But like outside of that scene, this word sucks. Anyway, you both show be yours head in there. What?
Shove, maybe the thing that's one letter off from Shobi. That makes sense in this thing.
I was like very confused.
I was taking these notes very quick, and I'm pretty sure I caught and didn't fix several typos. So just try to be aware of that, and you don't need to point out every one.
No. My brain was lagging. I couldn't figure out what that one was supposed to be. I knew it was a typo, but I couldn't figure out what to replace it with. Okay, shove. Okay, you both shove your heads in there. You get it. I'm not going to explain what it looks like. It's a science device.
Yeah. It's a science device, everybody.
Kim tells Billy to watch their hair as they prepare. Skull starts to nervously gesture and try to get Bulk's attention as Billy continues to prepare the machine. The dog has walked up to Bulk and Skull, and he angry. Angry dog. It's an angry dog.
Angry doggo. Mad
angry
doggo.
Angry doggo.
Doggo has become angry.
Doggo has become angry.
No talk me, I angry.
No talk me, I angry. God damn it. Oh my god. Bulk notices and they both get scared. Bulk hits him with the nice doggy. The dog chases them away. Billy and Kim are fully strapped into the machine and Billy activates it. There's lots of zapping and sparks and a little explosion. Oosh. Kim asks Billy if he's feeling nominal. Big word, Kim.
Yep.
I thought I read that wrong for a second, but yeah, I remember that line. Billy does a Valley Girl voice and says, I think so. No need to make fun of Kim. Right to her face, Billy. They look at each other and address each other by their own names. Weird.
Yeah, really
shit!
Weird.
They swapped bodies.
What? You see,
had to capitalize that in my
that sequence, more than anything else that has happened this entire time, that sequence made me regret letting you read the notes. Because you did not sell that at all.
Yeah. I didn't realize that was... I was trying to... I tried to sell the
Kim asked if Billy's feeling nominal. That's a real big word, Kim. And then Billy does like a Valley Girl voice, and he's like, Like, yeah, I think so. You don't have to
I
make
tried
fun
to
of
do the
him right in her
Valley Girl
face.
voice, but I suck at Valley Girl. I tried to sell that part. I didn't recognize
No, but the
it.
part you needed to sell was like the slyness, like the big word Kim, and like Billy. You
I
don't need to
didn't
make fun of
catch that
Kim
at
right in her
first. I'm
face.
sorry.
It's
I didn't catch that. I'm sorry.
okay.
um. Speaking of, just right from this interaction that I want to say, God, these two are amazing actors.
Oh yeah, like
Like,
definitely. I'm still having a Sophie's Choice in my mind, and we're not gonna address this at all until we actually get there. But I will say there is a Sophie's Choice in my mind right now behind whether I'm gonna give Kimberly or Billy my favorite character position, and both of those are based on the other actor's amazing ability to portray that character.
um, okay, so I'm gonna say this real quick. My Sophie's Choice for this also exists, but it's not. It's literally just for who's a better actor.
That's fair.
Like, it's not necessarily going to be going to one of the characters this time. It's just going to go to one of the actors and like which one's the better actor because it's easier to differentiate. But no, it's also plaguing me as well, Riely.
It's gonna be a very hard call to make.
Yeah, it is. So whoever one of us says, the other person says the other.
Is that what we're gonna do?
I feel like that's the best course of action
No,
because
because
they're
then
both
I don't want to.
fucking
I don't want us
amazing.
to be falsely led astray. I want us both to give our honest choice, even if that's the same.
I mean, fair, but I feel like both of them are like amazing for this. And like, I don't feel like we brought this up enough during Power Rangers Punks or whatever it was called.
Yeah,
But that episode also does this exact same thing, and it's just like
that one. I don't think what David Yost was doing was as impressive. In this one, they're both.
no,
In this one, they're both like doing amazing work. In Power
yeah,
Ranger Punks, Amy Jo Johnson was doing amazing work. David Yost was just doing a Jason Narvi impression.
which I thought was hilarious.
It was funny, but it wasn't like impressive like his portrayal
Yeah,
of Kimberly is.
yeah. Uh, okay. Billy says some sign stuff with which Kim insists he translates. There was a male. That was my own fault, not
Oh, that
right
wasn't
there. That
me. That was you.
was me.
Okay,
Like anytime that I like stop and I'm like, wait,
that's
a
not what it
male?
said.
That's not what it said. There was a malfunction, and now their brains have switched. I would have just said they switched brains, but okay. They scream. I'm not screaming because I'm in a house with a bunch of other people, and no,
Oh,
Riely can scream.
that wasn't even a. You can do a scream without doing a scream. What I just did was not loud. You just go ah.
The fact that your mic fucking glitched out because it was
Ah.
too loud. Your mic cut out because it was too loud, dude.
Maybe I'm just not aware of my own loudness, but it doesn't seem like that was loud at all. What I did.
Yeah, the second one you did, your mic cut out for like over half of it.
Well, with your mic is kind of the way noise cancellation is designed. If you just make if you make a consistent noise, it will cut it out. Like that's just how it works. Like if you have noise cancellation on, and you just go ah for a long time. It's just gonna be like ah ah ah. Your noise
It cut
cancellation
it
isn't
out.
working as well. No,
No, it
but
cut out. It cut out. It took it a minute though. It cut out, but it took it a minute.
anyway,
Cut to Rita's palace. Goldar is rambling about how now that they have the magic lamp, the Rangers are doomed. Is it weird that I feel like at least one of the villains on Rita's side has like a prim and proper laugh, like ha ha ha, ha 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 ha. Jolly good, my fellow villain. That would have been fucking hilarious. Is there a Power Rangers villain that has that like prim and proper feel to him at all? I don't think there is.
Prim and proper. It feels like that would be, because that's a very common villain trope, but I can't really think of anybody in Power Rangers.
Yeah, it's weird.
Kind
Anyway.
of Heckle a little?
No, it's not Heckle. Heckle still has like his own character outside of the slight prim and properness that he has. He has a little bit. It's not Dino Charge Gray level of prim and proper.
Oh, that's true.
It's not to the same level that I was like thinking about. He has some, but it's not enough.
Okay, I see.
Anyway, Lunk has the lamp. Babu tells him to rub it.
Move on.
I am.
Fail. X.
You proceeded to like cut me off before I could speak again. I wasn't gonna acknowledge it. I was just gonna move on, and then you said move on, and I'm like, wait, I can't. If you hadn't have said anything, I'd have just let it go. But then you said something.
I couldn't let it go. I had to.
Like I was holding in that joke. I just sighed because I knew you were gonna say something about it if I did, and I was like, is it worth it? No. Anyway, he rubs it. Out comes the weird-looking genie. What animal is this? It is a jackal.
Oh. Okay,
Yeah.
then. I figured you might have an answer. I was like, either we're gonna sit here and we're gonna like be like, is it this?
No, it's a jackal. It's
or you were gonna know immediately because you're a nerd. I knew one of those two things was going to be true.
Because I know for a fact that this monster is based off of like somewhat Egyptian mythology, and he looks like Anubis. So it's a jackal. I can almost guarantee that. He says, "At your service." Goldar demands that the genie goes down to Earth and kills the Power Rangers. Your wish is my command, the genie says. Cut to Bulk and Skull. They sneaking into Billy's lab. They check out the machine.
Sneaky
Bulk,
boys.
sneaky, sneaky, sneaky.
Sneaky little guys. Oh.
Sneaky little guys, my
Sneaky
friend.
little.
Oh, you sound like the Grinch. Oh my god.
Those who's down in Whoville.
Those who's down in Whoville have ruined Christmas. Okay. They check out the machine. Bulk says he saw how they used it, and now they're gonna use it.
Yes.
Skull asks what they're gonna do. Bulk tells Skull to think about something, and he'll turn on the machine and try to read his mind. Skull asks Bulk if he can think of Kimberly, not Trini.
Yeah, that's
Fuck
Kimberly
you,
is
Riely.
who he wants to think of.
Fuck you, Riely. That's wrong.
That's what he said.
I know that's what he said. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, Riely. Okay?
Uh-huh.
When you're hiding a crush, it makes sense to talk about your crush's best friend instead.
Skull does not have a secret veiled crush on Trini that he covers up with a fake crush on Kimberly. Skull is not smart enough for that.
It's not that he's smart enough for that, it's that he's stupid enough for that.
No.
Yes.
X. Incorrect.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Skullburly forever.
No. Skolny.
No.
Skolny.
I unironically think the comics are right, as unpopular as it is. Like I think
he gets with an alien.
Oh no, not that. I meant the Trini and Zach get shipped.
No, because the comics also shipped Trini and Jason.
You see, that's weird.
So is Jason and Lauren.
It's kind of perfect, actually, though. It's weird because, like, it's not there. But, like, they are very compatible people.
What?
Trini
Who are you talking about? Who?
Trini and Jason.
Oh.
Like, in theory, it makes a lot of sense, but it just doesn't feel right.
Riely.
Yeah?
I thought you were trying to justify Jason and Lauren.
I mean, I will justify Jason and Lauren.
That's wrong.
It's not.
It is.
They're both the same age there where they are right now.
That's not why it's wrong.
Why is it wrong?
That's one of the reasons why it's wrong. It's just wrong.
Why? Oh, you mean the characters themselves aren't compatible? Okay, that's understandable. I don't know much about Lauren, so I can't really.
Why do you
make a call?
Fuck you? Fuck you for what you did the other day. Fuck you. Fuck you entirely. Okay, Bulk says not to tell him that, and calls Skull a dimwit. They get in the machine and activate activate it. Same big fireworks show, and they shake their faces around and make noises comically. Skull steals Bulk's hat. Bulk does a skull laugh. They switch too. Whoa!
Whoa!
Wow! Cut to Angel Grove High. A Valley Girl points something out to her friends. It's Billy! Still in Kim's body. He's dressed nerdily and has smeared lipstick all over his face. Amy Jo Johnson still looks very hot. Yes, she fucking does. I have to sigh at that because there's not a single outfit I've ever seen Amy Jo Johnson in that does not make her look hot.
That's true. The nerd outfit is she's still looking good.
Like, even with the bad makeup.
Even the smeared lipstick, there's something.
Yeah.
It's like an alt look, you know? Like, it's not traditionally attractive, but something about it.
Yeah. However, Kimberly's outfit at the end of Power Rangers Punks.
Oh god, don't remind me of that. That was too much.
The best outfit ever. Well, at least until we get to Zio.
I was not ready for that because, like, I knew
I was not ready for that Zio episode.
Is there like a cat outfit you're talking about?
Nope.
What are you talking about then? What the hell are you talking about?
I'm gonna let you take a few guesses as to what my type is.
Is it one of the guys?
No. It's one of the two girls.
Well, if it's not Kat, then it's Tanya.
Okay. I pointed this out while we were watching that episode too.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The baseball outfit.
Oh, you're into like the Sandlot lesbian types. Okay.
Exactly. I told you about this. Like, I had my high school crush was a softball player for God knows how long. She was hot as shit. Like, it's just something about baseball uniforms at this point, or softball uniforms at this point. It's just hot as shit.
But the thing about Power Ranger Punks is, like, I was already ready to be, like, unusually attracted to Kimberly because Punk Kimberly was hot.
But
and that's what I was ready for. And then after Punk Kimberly, she's even hotter. And that I was not ready for.
I wasn't ready for Tanya playing baseball. I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't ready for that.
Anyway, let's get back to this.
Anyway, let's get back to this. Billy says makeup is overrated anyway, angrily. He's angy. Billy is angy. Cut to Billy's place. Kim is still in Billy's body. It is trying to fake her way through teaching a kid how to do computer stuff. Wait.
Kim, buddy.
No. This leads into more questions. It's specifically about a Zio episode.
Okay, well that has nothing to do with anything.
That does have nothing to do with anything, but we can talk about that. We can talk about that afterwards, or after we're done. Just tell him you aren't feeling well,
buddy. You see, I tried to take it back preemptively, and then you interrupted me and said it over me.
I'm just trying to read the notes.
But we had an agreement already.
I know. I didn't process that was a joke. I was just reading.
Well, you shouldn't be reading the notes over me talking anyway. And then you said what I was about to say.
Because I was trying to continue. I was trying to continue the note.
Well, don't continue
before
notes
I lost
me
where
anyway.
I was.
But yeah, like why? This is all ridiculous. But keep going. Keep going now.
Okay, we cut to cooking / home ec class where Billy is now trying to fake his way through Kim's cheese souffle project.
Yeah.
Riely.
Yeah.
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 What is this bit you're doing?
I was trying to give you the rest of your joke.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know where it goes yet. Just keep going.
That's right next to it is literally the joke.
The joke. Just keep reading the notes. I don't care anymore.
Why didn't they both just fake being sick today? In all caps.
I did put that there.
In all caps.
I'm sorry. Listen, I'm out of my element too. We're both fucked up tonight.
I was trying to give it back to you so
I
didn't fuck up.
I know.
The all caps just like screams it.
Why didn't they both? Call in sick. Why? First of all, I get maybe. Okay. Maybe I get Billy going to school. But even that, it's like you could have gotten out of it. But why was Kim tasked with teaching some random child how to do a computer thing? That's just like a side activity. It's not like she has to do that or he has to do that for school. So it's like, why can't you be like, yeah, I'm not feeling good. Let's do it another time. Like, why would you even try to do this, Kim?
Probably because it was an extra credit thing that Billy was very intent on. And if he had backed out, it probably would have affected his extra credit that he wanted to do.
But no, that comes back up, though. Keep going.
Huh? Okay. It goes poorly, obviously. He goops the teacher.
Teacher gets scooped.
Teacher gets scooped.
It's not Miss Appleby for once. There's a unique teacher. We don't see a lot of those. A lot of the teachers end up either being Mr. Kaplan or Miss Appleby. But this was a fully unique woman who does not have any lines.
Do you want me to read the next part, or do you want to try and take the joke back?
Well, where's you see, the fact that I can't see these notes make this impossible.
It's all caps again.
Oh, yes. Okay, I pitched this. I'm everything else I've pitched like the scene regularly and then screamed. This one I just screamed. Okay. Fucking the kid offers Kimberly the out that we've already described. He's literally like, "Are you sure you're feeling okay? Like, we could do this another time." Kim, take him up on that, please. She doesn't though. She does not do that.
Yeah. Kim presses the make the computer shake and fill a steam button. The kid is mad about that, obviously.
Yeah, he literally presses one button and it just starts shaking and setting on fire.
Back to home ec. Billy takes his souffle out of the microwave. Billy, you stupid child. This bothers me.
Oh my god, you fucking nerd, shut up.
You bake a souffle, you do not put it in the fucking microwave.
It could have been a toaster oven.
Still. Anyway, it is expanded. Also, this completely has me, like, very concerned for Billy after he leaves high school.
What, because he doesn't know how to make a fucking cheese souffle?
No, because it has me thinking that he doesn't know how to do, like, basic things for himself.
No, because it's fucking... Nobody knows how to make a fucking cheese souffle. That doesn't mean he doesn't know how to fucking put instant mashed potatoes in the microwave. Like, he's not completely inept.
Billy baking instant mashed potatoes would be fucking hilarious.
Why? It would just be a man making instant mashed potatoes.
Because it would just be Billy turning into you.
I do eat instant mashed potatoes regularly.
That was the joke. Okay, Billy confidently presents it as a completed cheese souffle, but then it expands more and explodes on him. Wait.
Yeah.
Why did you put that he goops the teacher before that, anyway?
Because he goops the teacher with the mixer!
Oh, wait, yeah, he does. I forgot about that. I thought he didn't goop her until after he did that. Anyway. At the same
Questioning
time, Billy's
me.
computer blows up back with Kim and the kid. Kim and the kid.
Kim the kid.
Kim the kid.
This summer.
I'm not a kid.
Not a
Kim the
kid.
kid. I would make a fucking killer movie. Hey Riely.
Huh?
If Kim and Max had a crossover where they just did their own things for an entire episode, but they were somehow entwined with each other, would you watch that episode?
Why?
I don't know.
What
Just
nightmare scenario did you just describe to me where I have to watch Max and Kimberly share the same screen?
The episode is called Kim and the Kid.
This is dumb. This is dumb what
Yeah.
you're doing.
Yes, it is. But it's because Max is not a kid.
I know why you said it.
Anyway.
You didn't have to explain.
You're just so tired at this point.
Of you.
Yeah, you're always tired of me. Get over it.
Why
Anyway.
did I expand? I should have retracted like collaborations with you, not increased them.
Well, now we're on.
It was supposed to all be quarantined off to this shit.
Hey, at least I'm not intentionally doing this dumb shit on everywhere else.
True.
I am trying to cut back everywhere else. I'm just like letting it fucking explode here.
It's a fair place for it.
Because this is the dumb show. Anyway. Oh no, they both did bad, and people didn't like that. Back at Rita's, Lunk is questioning if Genie can defeat the Rangers. Genie's confident he'll destroy them. Lunk likes this guy. I like this guy. This guy's really fucking cool.
I don't know if I'm sold.
I was sold, but okay.
I think he was friendly in Jew Ranger, and I like that about him. But in this show, he's just like, I'm an evil guy. It's like,
I like this guy. I like him. Goldar says that they'll send him down to Earth in such a manner that Zordon cannot detect his arrival.
Man.
Yeah. Genie says that by the time he does, it'll be too late. But they put him back in the lamp for stealth mode. That's dumb.
Why?
Because the lamp would just melt on re-entry.
That's really stupid what you just said.
It is, but it's dumb either way. Because they don't like teleport it or anything. They just throw it at Earth.
No, they teleported to Earth by hand.
Oh wait, I thought they just threw it to Earth because I remember somebody throwing this motherfucking lamp. Anyway,
No, in fact, throwing it to Earth is their downfall.
No, it's not.
That's why. Crow, when they say that the lamp is undetectable, and Babu tells Lunk not to drop the lamp, and he drops the lamp, and then Zordon detects the lamp, you didn't think that maybe that's because Lunk dropped the lamp?
I forgot that Lunk dropped the lamp. I forgot about that. I forgot about that entire interaction.
Don't question me.
I won't question you, but if it doesn't show up in the notes, I'm not going to believe you.
I actually remember very heavily paraphrasing that in the notes, but I knew that I would get it.
Cut the Amber Grove High. Kim is telling Billy that everyone thinks she's gone, quote, completely nanners. And that Billy has ugly clothes and hair and makeup in it. This is terrible. Billy yells about having trusted her with a very simple computer tutorial that resulted in his computer exploding, but in heavy Billy speak. Because that's all Billy says. This is in heavy Billy speak. As this argument is transpiring, the other three Rangers enter and are confused. Jason asks, what's wrong? Zach says he's seen them in each other's face, or he's never seen them in each other's face like this before.
Is this a clever thing they were doing? Because they have each other's faces?
I don't know.
Did it switch?
I don't know.
You
I don't think that joke was clever, though.
know, if that was intentional, that was very clever. It's
No,
clever
I don't
enough.
think. I don't
It's
think
clever
your
enough
joke
that
was
I'm
clever.
questioning if it was intentional.
No, I don't think your question was clever. Anyway,
Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Kim, in an extremely casual manner, says, "Billy's invention switched our brains," and sits down in a huff.
Just like
Wait.
not even skipping a beat. There's no hesitation. She's like, Billy's bitch, switch her brains.
And sits down in a huff. Jason points to Kim and says, "Wait."
So Jason points to Billy.
Okay.
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 And then
You wrote this wrong.
Jason points to Billy and Kim's Kim and Billy's body. And
And
is like,
says,
so if you're
Kimberly.
and then like he very why are you reading it? This is the part.
It's not in caps like your other jokes, and it's fucking.
This is the part.
Okay, I'm fucking confused.
He very slowly points over to Billy. Then you're, and he seems a little bit distressed by this, and the reason why, this is the Jason fan theory, okay? I think Jason was kind of low-key down bad for nerdy Kimberly here. And now he's mortified with the 90s gay panic because he knows that it's Billy now.
I'm going to say something dumb.
Okay.
So you cannot convince me that if Jason was not told this, Jason would have 100% tried to ask out Kim.
You see, now you're just like taking it a little bit too far, but like
no.
That's what I'm saying.
And,
no, you're just explaining it because that's what I just said.
No, let me finish my fucking thought.
Okay.
Okay. And Billy probably would have said yes.
I don't think that's true.
Because if Jason didn't know, and Kimberly and
because like he would have, Billy like doesn't know if Kimberly like likes Jason, so he didn't want to reject him because he didn't know if Kimberly would have done that. So it's like, and then Kimberly's like, of course I would have done that. We're friends. What are you doing? And it's like, oh, there's shenanigans because like Billy doesn't want to hurt Jason's feelings, but doesn't want to mess Kim's up either. This could have gone a very different way, but I don't. Even that level of separation from a boy going on a date with another boy was not cool back then.
But it's like a girl's body. Wait.
Yeah, they really don't like that.
They really don't like that. Wait. They're technically trans for this episode.
True. And somehow I knew you were going to say that.
That took me so long to think about.
I thought you'd say it a little bit sooner, but you did say it.
So long to think about. That took me like crossing my fingers IRL because like they're technically trans. I needed like a visual to determine what the fuck I was thinking because like I processed it but didn't process it.
Yeah, that's the Jason fan theory, is that he walked up to nerd Kimberly, was like, "Whoa, mama," and now he's like, "Billy, what?"
Billy. Anyway, before Jason can finish the thought, Kim sneakily says, "Obviously, someone who doesn't know how to put on makeup."
Not sneakily. Sorry. She wasn't hiding it. She was being snarky.
It says sneakily, and I was like, "Wait,
what?"
Yeah.
I specifically remember correcting that one. What the fuck?
It's not. It says sneakily.
Damn autocorrect.
I'll change it.
Well, doesn't matter now.
That's why I said it the way that I. That's why I said it the way that I did, because I was like, sort of thinking it was supposed to be snarkily, but it said sneakily, so I was gonna do both, but say it snarkily.
Sneakily, snarkily.
Sneakily, snarkily.
Sneakily, snarkily.
Sneakily, snarkily. God damn it. Billy says that his machine thumb broke and he can't switch them back until he fixes it. Trini looks at Billy in abject horror and says, Kimberly, are you in there?
It's a reasonable response.
That
in
is
this
a reasonable
scenario.
response. That is like a pretty reasonable response.
If your two friends switch bodies, would you not look at one of them and say, "Other one's name? Are you in there?" I think you would.
But here's the funny part about that. The way that she said it, per my memory, was she said it almost like I can't say that word. Fuck.
I'd like to do a comedy bit sometime where I try to like where me and somebody else try to convince people that we've actually had our bodies swapped.
We could do that. we could do that. Yeah, we could do that for a podcast.
No, but like I mean like in real life though.
Oh, okay. That would be fucking hilarious.
Like I want to come into work and like have a plan with somebody, be like, guys, you're not gonna believe this. I'm him and he's me.
I just sit down and start doing your job.
Yeah, that's how we'd have to start it. Like we'd sit down and do each other's jobs casually, and then people would
you would just pull up out front in my food truck.
Or no, because like we know that we're switched, but we're trying to hide it. So like we'd have to purposely be like incompetent at our jobs. Everybody's like, "What's going on?" And then we just like we go to like a group of people and we're like, "Guys, listen. Something happened. We got kidnapped. We got experimented on. Now we swap bodies. I'm him and he's me." And like we just try to perfectly play it off like we are each other and see if we can legitimately convince people that we have swapped bodies.
Yeah. So I go and do your job and you go and do my food truck for like outside of your job. So during the lunch thing, we just like try and convince everybody.
That's really move on. We're done.
Move on. We're done with this for now. Kim snarkily says, "Afraid so. I think that's where you fixed the snarkily."
Maybe.
That's probably where you fixed it. Jason looks at Billy, still freaked out by the boner he gave him. Oh God. As we cut Bulk and Skull at the juice bar. It's scarfing time, says Bulk and Skull's body. Skull does his usual, yeah, that thing you just said. But it's funny because this time it's Paul Schreier. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have big sandwiches, but it's just all skulls at this point.
Or bulks.
Well, I mean, like it's obviously all Bulks, but Bulk is in Skull's body, so it's skulls.
Yeah.
Bulk says they need to find that geek Billy, but after food though. Like a good fat man.
Of
like
course.
A good fat man. Skull just keeps doing skullisms in Bulk's body, and it's very funny.
Yeah, Paul Schreier does very good at doing like the shitty like Skull impression. It's very funny. I feel like Jason Narvey had to have punched him in the arm for this. Because it's just like, it's such a perfect mock.
Back to Rita's palace, Goldar tells Rita the putties are ready. I just thought about something really funny.
What?
Okay, imagine if like Goldar and Lunk didn't know what Billy's machine did and got into it.
That would be pretty good.
That would be fucking hilarious. And Babu was just like, "Yeah, let's try this. Let's see what it does."
Imagining Lunk's voice being like, "You dimwits, get down there."
Yeah.
And Goldar's voice being like, "I don't know what I'm doing."
Okay.
Hurry the fuck up.
Back to Rita's palace, Goldar tells yada yada yada. Rita's happy about this.
No, don't skip notes, hurry up. But like,
no, I already said that part.
Oh, okay.
That was the part that I stopped and was like,
"No, okay, go.
Rita's happy about this. Says that those brats are gonna get what they fucking deserve. God damn it.
I paraphrased it a little bit, but that's basically what she said. I used a little artistic liberty.
I couldn't fucking finish that note before you said the joke that was right there. I'm glad you remembered that one. Rita says to take the lamp down to Earth. Lunk and Babu head to do so. They land. Lunk rubs the lamp. He drops it like a dummy. Babu smacks it. Good Babu. Smack the man. Cut to the command center. Alpha's ay. Ing.
Yeah, I-ing is how I refer to it.
Alpha goes ay.
Yeah.
I can't do an Alpha voice. Zordon says
Oh, that was bad. That was too
that was very
nasally.
bad. That was like that was closer to
Zordon! Ay.
Shut the fuck up or I will hang up.
Yo, Ranger Boys.
Okay,
That one I do good.
That one you do good. You can do that one, but you're on the wrong season. Okay, Zordon says he senses a disturbance in the morphing grid. So Rita might be up to something. He tells Alpha to send the Rangers to retrieve a lamp in the park. The Rangers teleport in and instantly find the lamp. Zach grabs it and is very excited about that and brags to all his friends about how he got the lamp.
Hey guys, look, I got the lamp. Check it out. The lamp, I have it. Me, Zach, I got it. The lamp.
Zach asks what they think it is. Real quick, okay?
Yeah.
Who picks up like an antique oil lamp and doesn't immediately just rub the thing? Just to check if it's a genie.
Well, the Power Rangers, because they're there on a mission.
But like even then, once I got back to the command center, I'd have been like, you know what, I'm gonna try it. And poof. Also, this would have solved all of their problems.
Well, no, because the genie wasn't in there.
If they'd have rubbed it again, it probably would have summoned him back to the lamp and made the genie do the Ranger's bidding.
No, because would that work though? Because he's in the middle of granting a wish that is killing him.
That's how Genie from Aladdin works.
But he has to finish granting his wish.
But if two wishes don't, or so if two wishes counter out, then he can't really do anything.
But there's passive counter out, but active counter out is different.
But this would actively counter out, and it would affect him still. Because you'll see what I mean later.
Okay.
Because this does kind of play into something that happens later, but it's weird.
Yeah.
Jason says they have to get it back to Zordon right away. Cut to the command center. Alpha is confused because it looks like a normal antique oil lamp. Rub.
Rub.
Zordon says the real danger is the genie who was once inside of it.
Which is what Jason did confusedly when he... Anyway.
What?
Rub.
God damn it. No! Riely. You're not supposed to make the dirty jokes.
I'm you today!
I know, but still, you're not supposed to make the dirty jokes. That's my job.
Sometimes they're good.
That one wasn't.
You just do it. No, that one was fuck you. You don't get to say mine aren't clever. You just fucking pull them out of thin air. That kind of sounds like dicks, I guess. But I know when they fit.
The fingering cake one fit. You can't tell me it didn't.
It may be uncomfortable, but it did fit. I don't like Mr. Kaplan having a reputation for fingering all of his students' cake. I think Mr. Kaplan is a upstanding gentleman, but
God damn it, Riely.
Much like he was upstanding when he was fingering that cake.
Anyway,
that one was bad. That one was purposely crow royalty bad. You see, keep going.
God damn it, Riely. The alarm goes off. Alpha freaks out. It's the Putty Patrol, ay, and all that. Jason says, "Let's go." I can't do a Jason voice. I'm not gonna try and do a Jason voice. And the Rangers morph and teleport out. Why did they not? Whatever. By the way, in case you were worried, Alpha is gonna handle the lamp. He's got it. Of course, he's got it.
You see, I wrote this. And it still feels like this in the episode because, as far as we know right now, as far as we know right now, lamp is useless. Lamp is just a lamp. Genie's gone. Can't do anything with the lamp. And that's what they established. And Alpha's like, "Don't worry, guys. I got the lamp." It's like, thanks, Alpha. Very helpful, but it did turn out to be pretty helpful, as we will learn.
And this was what I was getting at. I'll explain more in a minute. Anyway, the Rangers flip in and flip off all the Rangers, or all of the putties. But Goldar is there with putties, obviously. Jason engages him, and the rest of the Rangers engage the putties. Being distracted by the presence of Lunk and Babu, Jason gets knocked back by a pretty gnarly blow from Goldar. The other Rangers gather around and make sure he's okay. Back at the command center, Zordon says that Goldar and the putties are a diversion? Why did I say that in the fucking... Why did I say that in like a weird-ass accent? A diversion. From the real
diversion.
It's diversion.
Oi, laddies, it's me, Jacksepticeye.
Top of the morning to you, laddie. My name is Jacksepticeye, and today we're here with a diversion.
The diversion.
The diversion. Oh, fucking God.
I can't tell if this is the best episode we've done or the worst.
It's obviously the longest.
That's not true at all.
Of this show, yeah?
That's not true at all. We haven't even hit 3 hours yet.
I'm pretty sure we have.
No, we have not. I'm looking at the time right now. Our first episode was like 3.5 hours. This is not our longest episode for sure.
Okay.
It's just we've been doing short ones lately, and now we're back to doing a really long one again.
This was a really long one because I don't read these. And there's way funnier shit to talk about for these two, I think. Zordon tells Alpha to teleport the Rangers to the Genie. He does. The Rangers are sent to Genie. Why did you fucking redundant ass bitch?
What?
It kind of implies that they were sent to Genie when you said Zordon tells Alpha to teleport the Rangers to the Genie. He does, and then you put the Rangers are sent to Genie.
Fuck you. Okay?
You redundant ass bitch.
They're notes, okay? Get fucked. I probably wouldn't have said them both.
Yeah,
I know how to dynamically...
I didn't process it until after I'd already said the Rangers are sent to Genie. I didn't process that's what it said. He shoots a bunch of spears and Steaky? Steaky?
What the fuck are you talking about?
I keep missaying shit. And sticky string at them immediately. They're all stuck in stuff now. Back at the command center. Fuck. Alpha is freaking out because the Rangers are in danger. Ranger danger. Ranger danger.
Everybody go listen to Ranger Danger, the podcast. That's real.
Wait, that's real? What?
Yeah, there's a podcast called Ranger Danger.
I was just making a joke. I didn't know that was real.
That's pretty cool. It's a good show. I like those guys.
I've never seen that show. Anyway.
For some reason, I can't remember their names. That might have something to do with the super weed.
Probably. I was making a joke about Stranger Danger, but it's Ranger Danger. The fuck?
That's also a lyric in the Gold Ranger song.
What gold?
Ranger, danger, Ranger, here comes Gold Ranger, go burn.
Anyway, so Zordon says to get them out of it by teleporting them back here. They're really playing leapfrog today. They really are.
There's a whole lot of weird, like, teleporting away and, like, jump cuts that happen in this episode.
Yeah, there are.
Whole lot of going back to the command center and Alpha being like, "Ay, what do we do?"
The Rangers are back now.
KRABS, Zordon.
Oh my god, the Rangers are back now. Zordon's like, so yeah, you just saw Genie. Big strong, guys. Big strong. Kim, as the Blue Ranger, comments in a deep Valley Girl accent. God, I wish you would have told me what she actually said, because I wanted to read off that comment. And I don't remember the exact specifics of it.
I don't think I quite made it out, which is why I couldn't share it with you.
Damn it. Zordon says the power to defeat them all is within them all. This right here, okay? This had me thinking they were going to bring back that fucking super mode thing that they did from that other episode. That comment right there.
That's fair.
Like, that would have been the perfect time, but no. Trini complains that they can't get near him, but we can't. That's not Trini at all. Ignore that. Jason and Zach lament similarly, and Zach asks how they can beat this guy. Billy, as the Pink Ranger, says that they have to network their maximum energy linkage, which Zordon confirms is correct. That too. This is just stacking up to be a fucking setup for something we're not going to see. And it's making me... It's fucking annoying. It still act amazing, but the setup is stupid. Zordon says that if they believe in themselves and combine their powers, they can beat the genie. The Rangers teleport into battle, posing and shit, talking as they arrive. Jason says, "Alright, Power Rangers, let's do it!" That was decent.
Alright, Power Rangers, let's do it!
Zach says, "Yeah, ready to move in..." Wait. Ready to move and in the groove. I don't know why I couldn't say that one.
Ready to move and in the groove.
Which is great. I agree. It is very great. Him, as the Blue Ranger says, for sure. Like, that genie's done for, okay? Great delivery from David Yost. Yes.
He owned that one, yeah.
He did. Trini's was hard to make out, but it was generic. Don't mess with the Rangers type fare. Yada yada. Pink Ranger Billy says, affirmative, that genie is finished. Fucking hell. Oh my god. I just imagine Kimberly yelling out, affirmative!
Affirmative!
It might be because I was bone stoned when I watched... Wait, you... Yeah. Okay, to quote Riely...
I did watch this morning before work, FYI.
Okay, to quote Riely, it might be because I was bone stoned when I watched, but I can't get over how great that little roll call was. The body swap lines are obviously fun, but it seems like they're all having a lot of fun with it. Zach does a little giggle after this, or after his, it's great. Just to quote Riely specifically.
And I'd stand by those thoughts. I
also stand by those thoughts.
That 5 seconds is very pleasing to me as somebody who just likes these kids, because they just had a lot of fun with it.
Then we get some zappy zaps and Rita appears. Jason's like, Rita. He doesn't put a lot of oomph into it.
He's like, Rita.
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 Rita. And then like a king of the...
KRABS!
That's our episode title, guys.
Yeah, it's KRABS.
It's KRABS. Which... I hate that we're going back to dirty jokes, technically.
Oh, you're right. Ah, shit, that's true.
But it's too funny not to do. Okay, Rita says they're gonna have some fun. She's giant in the sky, but by the way, and shoots some lightning at them, obviously, because that's the Rita thing to do. Question, if he's a genie, why couldn't he make himself bigger?
Because somebody else has to wish for it.
But genie can do that.
No, somebody else has to wish for it, or you can't do it.
No. Aladdin genie.
We don't know that we're working on Aladdin rules here.
My brain, just anytime I think genie, my only thought is this just applies to Aladdin rules. Because he's a being of infinite power.
All about my hand and 40 thieves
What?
It's the song.
That is not the song.
Yes, it is.
That is not the song.
I mumbled through a lot, but that was the song.
That was the wrong tempo for it entirely.
Yeah, that was the point. I was doing it fast.
Never mind. She makes the genie big, and then Aaron tells him to get the Rangers. He will gladly do so.
Great delivery on that.
Not
Not unnatural at all.
my brain, like, for some reason, is like really tired right now, and I also want to go get a shot of Fireball.
Me too, bro.
I also want to go get a shot of Fireball, but I can't get a shot of Fireball until after we're done.
or for the next 3 years, of course, because you are
obviously not for the next 3 years.
Yeah.
Obviously not for the next 3 years, but I do kind of really want one.
Yeah, and then in 3 years you'll get one. But to proceed.
Jason gives a prep talk. It's a pep talk. that was on me, not you.
Okay.
About doing it together. Then they called the Zords. They bored. Let's do it. Zach here.
I just wrote down their phrases.
Yeah,
here.
I'm glad you do. I like these. Kimberly, I mean like Billy, I mean.
That's a phrase. Kimberly, I mean like Billy, I mean.
Trini, ready to rock. Billy, online. The power of the crystals. It's Megazord time, bitches. They go man mode. Immediately, Genie leaps in to attack with his staff, and before we even see him make content, we cut to Alpha freaking out about the Rangers being in trouble. Huh?
Contact.
I said contact.
You said content.
Yeah, he was gonna make content.
He's gonna make some content. He's gonna make a podcast.
No, he's gonna make a TikTok video with the Megazord. Oh my god. Fuck me. Don't know why I read that as content. Zordon tells him to calm down and trace the source of the genie's powers. That might be the secret to beating it. Alpha finds out that the source is the lamp. Zordon tells Alpha to dispose of it. Alpha destroys it with a teleporter. Okay.
Alpha says he's going to destroy it with a teleporter.
Alpha's gonna destroy it with a teleporter. Okay. Real quick, that immediately says that if they'd fucking rubbed the damn lamp again, it most likely would have pulled him back to them for them to make wishes.
I don't know if that's true.
Because it's the source of his power. He has to be near the source of his power, otherwise he will get destroyed.
Oh. But I feel like once a wish is made, you kind of have to see it through. So the Power Rangers summoning him when his wishes currently kill the Power Rangers. It's a little bit of a paradox.
Probably would have fought him, but he would have had to also inform them that they have wishes.
Maybe.
And if any point one of the Rangers was like, hey, we wish for you not to kill us, he would have had to oblige. Make sense?
Yeah, but like I feel like they can't be stopped mid-wish because like it's different in Aladdin because like Jafar already wished to be like super form, and that wish was completed. That debt was fully paid. If the wishes kill the Power Rangers,
well,
I feel like the genie can't do anything else until he kills the Power Rangers.
Well, technically, killing is against the genie's rules anyway, but
not against this genie's rules. That's obvious.
That's assuming that this genie abides by slightly different rules, but for the most part, he still has to go through with what is wished. Okay, he probably doesn't have the same 3 rules, but he does probably have some rules to him.
Yeah, I feel like if a wish has not been fully fulfilled, he can't go to the next wish, especially if it directly contradicts the wish that needs to be fulfilled.
Well, then he can't fulfill like a lot of wishes.
Once it's fulfilled, he can unfulfill it. But I'm saying it's different because he hasn't fulfilled it yet.
So wait, that would have just meant if he killed Billy, they would have just said, "Hey, we wish for you to kill us and then revive us," and that way nothing happens.
And maybe that might work.
It still would have worked. It's just like the wording would have had to been like very different. Are very like specific, and Billy would have figured that out immediately. Anyway, Zordon says to be careful because if they hit it with too much energy, that would be very bad. So it will destroy the Rangers and the entire fucking morphing grid. What the fuck, Zordon? What the fuck?
Yeah, no pressure, buddy. Just like if you fuck it up even a little bit, everything is gone.
Alpha's nervous. Meanwhile, the Megazord is getting its ass fucking kicked. Genie fucks with their servos. Jason says Billy has to fix it. Pink Billy goes to do so. Jason tells Trini and Blue Kim that he'll need help. They acknowledge another big attack from Genie, and they're on the ground and
But
sparking.
the Blue Ken just makes me think of Blue Heisenberg, which will live rent free in my head forever because it's a Funko Pop of Heisenberg from Breaking Bad, but he's blue. He's Blue Heisenberg. It makes sense because the meth that he cooks is blue, so like it's like a thing. But like he's just Blue Heisenberg.
Hold on, I'm looking this up because holy shit, that exists.
Yep, Blue Heisenberg.
Riely, I'm gonna buy you Blue Heisenberg.
I would love you forever if you bought me Blue Heisenberg.
You're no longer allowed to complain about me being my god fucking damn it. No, I'm not.
Don't look at Amazon. Amazon's lying to you. eBay has better prices.
No, eBay does not.
I thought I saw a pretty good price on it. How much is it on eBay?
$649.95. No, the fuck it does not.
For Blue Heisenberg? I could have sworn Gingy sent me a listing that was super low.
I just found one for $190, but I don't trust that link. Oh, found one. That's $25.
That's probably what he sent me. Yeah.
Okay, anyway, I'm going to go back to reading this. I will debate on sending you Blue Heisenberg at a later date. Another big attack from Genie. They're sparking on the ground. Rita laughs as Genie attacks them with his drill staff. Drill. Not drill. Drill.
I got my power drill here today.
No, that would have been fucking cool. Like, it's a drill mixed with an eel.
Whoa.
That would have been fucking sick.
Holy shit, dude. That should be a Pokemon.
It should. Just name it Drill.
Drill.
Okay, this isn't looking good. Back at the command center, Alpha's freaking out.
What?
It's one of the weird ones. You put Alpha is freaking out, comma G, and then Zordon says to calm down and take it slow. What's that G supposed to be?
The comma and the G was probably just like a complete accident.
Okay.
It was just Alpha's freaking out.
My brain just fucked up. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Megazord is being nearly finished off. Alpha is big freaked. That should say Alpha is big fucked. If he doesn't get this right.
I mean, that's true too, but he's also big freaked.
Yeah. Zordon says it'll be just a few more seconds, but Alpha isn't sure they have that. But the lamp is zapped correctly. Woohoo! Jason observes something is happening. Genie vanishes. Rita says she has a headache and leaves. The Rangers are all back at Billy's lab, unmorphed, talking to Alpha via communicator. He tells them that the Genie disappeared when the lamp was destroyed. Billy finishes the swap machine repairs, and Zach tells Alpha that they have to go because it's switching time. Yeah, it's switching time, guys.
It's switching time.
Alpha says to tell them to be careful as Zach hangs up. They nervously strap into the machine. Billy says, in science, nothing is certain. Kim pulls the switch. Another light show. They're back, bitches! Billy put his glasses on and speaks in nerd. Kim confirms she's okay with the Valley Girl giggle. Bulk and Skull enter. They need to be switched back. Billy is mad they played with his machine. Billy asks if he should. Trini suggests they use this to teach them a lesson.
Teach them a lesson to not touch other people's things.
I'm glad
she says it like exactly like that. Too.
I'm glad you remembered that because I didn't, and you just put Trini suggests they use this to teach them a lesson, and I was just going to continue on. Zach says he thinks they learned their lesson. Billy agrees and will reverse the switch. More comical face moving and noises as they switch back. They're back. They're very happy. Skull asks Billy if he can cheat off his math test on Monday. Billy frustratedly says, some people never learn. The other Rangers laugh, and that's it. That is not what Skull said.
What did he say?
Skull said, hey, mind if I borrow your brain for my math test on Monday?
Oh.
As in, he wanted to switch brains with him.
I didn't hear it well. And
I don't know why I remember
the sheet
that.
off his test on Monday.
I don't remember why that's. I don't know why that's what I remember about this. But
I should have known that was wrong, but I was in a rush, and usually when there's lines like that are very questionable, what ends up happening is I have to rewind them like 7 times, and I simply did not have time for that.
I'm glad I remembered it and can
Yeah.
correct you on that very heavily.
I was like, it seems like what he said, but I feel like I'm wrong. I feel like it has to have something to do with something.
No,
you're right.
He was asking, "Hey, can I borrow your brain on Monday for my math test?"
Anyway, that's the end.
Yep. So Riely, let's start with favorite scene. Let's start with favorite scene.
Okay.
This is so much easier.
I'll give it to the roll call. The one I wrote like the whole impassioned rant about. Yeah.
Agreed.
Although honorable mention to the Zord roll call for Kimberly. I mean Billy.
Well, that too, but actual honorable mention. This was also like kind of debated. Kimberly and Billy fighting in the hall.
That is very good.
And that little aspect
very good.
And that little aspect from Jason, though. Actually, you know what? That is my favorite scene.
Me too.
Okay.
No. I'll stick to my guns and give it to the roll call because they had a lot of fun in that small period of time.
They did.
But definitely honorable mention to you
with that hallway scene.
You said. Yeah.
They also had a lot of fun with that hallway scene. You can't tell me otherwise.
I think I'm ready.
Okay. We're going to say them at the same time, okay?
Am I ready?
We're going to say them at the same time, okay? 3, 2, 1. Kimberly.
Billy. Wait. Kimberly.
Amy Jo Johnson.
Well, no. Wait. No. Kimberly the character.
Okay, so yours is David Yost.
So David Yost / and also Amy Jo Johnson in the scenes where she's herself.
Yes.
Amy
Jo Johnson and /
It was a hard pick because I also really liked Amy Jo Johnson portraying Billy. I think there was more like pure chuckles out of Billy doing the Valley Girl thing and like being a girl and being silly. And very casually being like, Billy switched our brains. Like I liked it a lot. Yeah, I think it's
and can't do makeup.
Yeah, and he can't do makeup. Obviously, you can't do makeup.
I agree. But then there's also Amy Jo Johnson portraying Billy. And it's just...
Which is also very good.
Like, that I liked a lot more.
And a little hot.
And a lot hot. I don't know what you mean. But that's like what I wanted to see mostly. I kind of figured what this episode was going to be from the title. But that's what I wanted to see out of this, and I really liked it. What would you rate this out of 10?
We're not rating this out of anything. We're ranking it against all the other episodes.
I thought we rated it out of 10 as well.
We've never done that before.
Oh, wait, no, that's
including the previous episode we talked about today already. We did not do that either.
I'm tired. It's 1 a.m.
This episode is extremely good.
It is.
Is it food fight good?
Food fight is...
Pudgy Pig.
Fingering cake.
Yeah.
Where does Power Rangers Punks play in?
Number 2. Only second to different drum.
Okay. And Food Fight is 3?
Food Fight is 5. Above it is Happy Birthday Zach and Foul Play in the Sky.
I like it better than Foul Play.
I like Foul Play a lot.
I do too, but I like this one better.
I don't know if I like this better than Food Fight.
I definitely do.
Like, you're right. You're definitely right. This might be better than... Honestly, this might be better than Happy Birthday, Zach. I think I'm being hard on it on purpose because I don't want to put it above that, but I think it might go there.
I think it's... Wait, hold on. I think... Wait, Foul Play in the Sky was Kimberly flying.
Yep.
Yeah, I like this one more than Foul Play.
Yep.
I like Foul Play a lot, but I like this one more than Foul Play.
Yep.
Like,
I
Foul
think
Play
it's
is still
it's
really
above
good.
Happy Birthday Zach too.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Wait.
So it's not better than Power Ranger Punks though. Or maybe
It's definitely not better than Punks.
It's literally just like kind of what they did with it's like almost it's eerily similar, and I think it did like everything better. So maybe it is better than Power Ranger Punks.
There's still a couple reasons that I want to give
No,
put it
because
below Power Rangers Punks.
the performances on both sides were so good, and there was so much legitimate fun. I might even there's a part of me that's considering it above Different Drum.
No.
The more I think about this episode, the more I'm just like genuinely impressed by it and thinking about how much I loved and enjoyed it.
No, Riely.
No, you're right. It's not above Different Drum, but I think it's above Power Ranger Punks.
I don't think it is.
Why?
Because I'm weird.
No, you just have a weird bias about how hot Kimberly was. Put that aside.
No. That's I put that aside already, okay? I prefer Kimberly as her punk self compared to Billy Kimberly.
I like nerdy failing to make a cheese souffle Billy. Kim.
I like him a lot. I like Kim, or I like Amy Jo Johnson playing Billy, but I like Amy Jo Johnson playing like what was supposed to be Sharky better.
But I think both of them did so amazingly in this episode. And there's a lot more going for this episode in general, because they also still got to be like part of the good guy stuff that happens before the problem is solved. I think this is just like it has the same vibes as Power Ranger Punks, but I think it just like is better.
I'm not sure if it's better though. It does have the same vibes, I agree, but I'm not sure if it's better.
The more I think about Power Ranger Punks, the more I feel like there's a lot of bias involved. Like, it's a great episode, but like this one is a great episode.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, but I'm not sure.
The fact that it even made me question the position of Different Drum.
It doesn't make me question the position of Different Drum. Different Drum. What? Different Drum is by far like the best episode of Power Rangers so far, in my opinion.
I was about to say, unfortunately, didn't get dethroned this week, but unfortunately, I think next week might tell a different story.
Maybe.
Next week is Green with Evil Pro.
Bitch. Fuck me.
Yeah, it's time.
Yeah. Well, I'm sticking with this one. Should be number 3.
I don't think it's right. I don't think Power Rangers Punks should stay above it.
I do.
I think it was trying to achieve a lot of the same things and did it slightly lower.
Want to flip a coin?
Come on. We haven't had to do this all. Can't you just come on?
I'm already giving you Green with Evil next week.
You're not giving me shit. Well, we'll talk. If you have a legitimate argument for why Green with Evil shouldn't be number 1 next week, I would love to hear it. It just seems so obvious.
Different Drum.
Well, we'll talk about it.
Also, there's 5 episodes of Different Drum, so I'm probably not Different Drum of Green with Evil, so I'm probably going to argue which part goes there. But
there's no parts. We're ranking it all at once.
So we don't rank it immediately.
No, so we won't be ranking it next week. Technically, we'll be ranking it the week after. But we rank multi-parters as one thing.
I thought we'd be ranking it the week after that.
What do you mean?
Wait, hold on. I forgot how
what
we do.
What are you talking about?
I forgot how we were doing the Green with Evil crossover. Because it's 5 parts. Right?
So, yes. So we're doing. We made a certain deal about multi-parters. No.
Oh wait, no, it's 2 then 3.
2 then 3. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I had forgotten because I couldn't remember if we had done 2, and then 1 with one after, because I know.
Yeah, no. Well, big multi-parters, 3-parters we do all in one, 4s we do 2 and 2, 5s we do 2 and 3.
Okay. That's what I had, because I thought there was like if there. I remember there being something specific about like where an episode ended up. Yeah.
Because we were confused about how we were going to do it at first, but I think
yeah. I think we've got it sorted out. Anyway, I say number 3.
Like,
for this
why?
episode. Because I like Power Rangers Punks better as an episode.
I think there's bias there.
Not. I promise.
In terms of like the performance across the board of everybody, I think this was just an objectively better episode that was hitting a lot of the same notes.
They're on par with one another. I can agree to that, but I do still think Power Rangers Punks holds out like a favorite spot for me, at least. Out of the two, anyway. Huh?
And this doesn't?
No, out of these two, I feel like Power Rangers Punks still holds the favorite out of these two.
I just feel like that episode wasn't nearly as widespread quality. There was good stuff in it, but this episode was just like good top to bottom.
You also had Zach trying to kill Billy, which was fucking hilarious. In Power Rangers Punks. It was fucking hilarious. But now, okay, here's the comparison, okay?
Yeah.
What's funnier, Jason having a boner for Billy, or Zach trying to kill Billy?
Jason having a boner for Billy, for sure.
Right, fair.
Did that win me the argument? Do I get to put it over?
I don't know. I still say Power Rangers Punks is better. It had like better moments, in my opinion, if that makes sense.
It did,
because you've got right after they drank the potion in it, and then they go and flip all the other drinks, which is technically was an act of heroism. I don't think we talked about this during that episode.
Mm-hmm.
But it did save the other Rangers from the same fate.
True.
So that was technically an act of heroism, even as punks. Then you've got Punk Kimberly and Billy interacting with Bulk and Skull in the hall, which is fucking hilarious, and you can't convince me otherwise.
That's true.
There's the almost date that happens.
That just makes me sad.
But then there's the end, like, scene about it that's just hilarious.
Makes me feel bad for my boy.
I mean, like, I love Skull too, but you gotta admit it was funny.
Maybe. Perhaps. Mayhaps.
And then there's the, like, cage that they had to be put in. That entire interaction was fucking funny.
Hey, big green head. Yeah. Big green guy.
I really like Billy's impression of Jason Narvi in that as well. I like all of the Jason
I think
Narvi.
that Paul Schreier's impression of Jason Narvi in this episode far exceeds David Yost's in Power.
Yeah, but here's the thing: David Yost wasn't exactly supposed to be mimicking Jason Narvi. I don't think he was just doing it because they
like, I have to be a punk like Jason Narvi is.
Yeah, and because this one, it's very much Paul Schreier is playing Skull. Billy was still a different character from Skull while he was doing that. So it was kind of like
True.
Inspiration for the character came from Jason Narvi.
Yeah, okay. I guess I'm willing to concede it. I feel like maybe this is wrong and that Switching Places deserves to be number 2, but like, I'll give up.
Because I can continue. Also, I want to go eat Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets. So, anyway.
Well, then, now that I know you have an incentive to get out of here quickly, maybe I'll just make this an endurance game. And
okay, if we're going to make this an endurance game, I can go all night long. I'll just walk out and go grab chicken nuggets and come back.
Damn it.
We could go all night, dude.
Coming in at number 3. switching places.
You have work in the morning, dude.
I'm aware.
It's 1 a.m. and you need to sleep.
I know all these things.
Anyway, so number 3, switching places.
Yep.
Riely, where can our listeners find you?
You could find me somewhere doing something.
Link
and that place.
linktr.ee / the Riely Cinematic Universe for
That's
Riely.
true.
And then you can find me at linktr.ee / crow_royalty for all of my things, including the Issue Crew and Megazord Radio and the Crow's Nest podcast, as well as probably my Twitter. So, having said that,
your Twitter.
probably my Twitter. Having said that, we're morphing out of here, guys. We will see y'all next week. And Riely?
It's morphin' time. We're really bad at that.
Yep.